right, it looks like we are live. We are good to go. Looks like we are here. We are ready. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone's day going so far? We'll officially begin the stream in like 4-ish more minutes. Yeah, like 4 more minutes. How's everyone doing so far today? Let's see what we got in the chat. Black Brick, what's going on, dude? Oh, looks like I won't be able to make it for the most stream. He's got a baseball game. Well, wish you the best of luck at your either your baseball game or if you're just watching your teams. Virgil Hill, what's going on, man? My MGC4 ruled at the field today. Bring BB Wars to NYC. Well, I'm glad that MGC4 dominated at the field. I mean, that's just to be expected, right? I mean, that's just to be expected, right? But bring BB Wars to NYC. I would love nothing. I would love to do nothing more than bring it to pretty much, like I mentioned in pretty much every other stream, Virgil. I would love nothing more than to bring it to pretty much every, like state ever. That would be the dream. Of course, we gotta be able to make sure we have a field that's accommodating to us, and then work it out with the sponsors as well. Remember, it's a collaborative effort, but yeah, we could definitely talk about that more. But yeah, that would be dope. I would love to go ahead and bring the Mayo Gang out to NYC, bring out the boys, right? DJ, what's going on, dude? What is happening, bro? Gravel Squatch, what's going on, man? Payload, how you doing, man? But looking at the Action Army AAP1, is that a good gun? I can get into details a little bit more later as to why, but yeah, I would say so. Again, we're going to officially begin the stream in about like 3 more minutes at 35. Then we're going to go over the promos. And then, of course, we're going to get into all your lovely questions, of course. I'm talking, hanging out with all y'all. How's everyone doing? If you can, also, guys, let me know how the audio is also coming in as well. Let me know how the audio is actually coming in, whether or not it's nice and clear. Is the video nice and clear? Let me know if I need to make adjustments. I can do that right now on the fly. Just let me know. But how has everyone's weekend been? How's everyone's weekend? Y'all playing this weekend? What's going on? Where are you playing at? You doing indoor? You doing outdoor? You just chilling with the family? What's the plans today? Sigma, what's going on, bro? What's going on, cutie? Thank you, brother. No, anytime, brother. Anytime, man. Anytime. And you guys, if you guys know anyone that's at all remotely interested in Airsoft, whether they're an active player or whether they're looking to get into Airsoft, potentially if they're a completely new beginner, has no idea where to even begin, let them know to swing by this live stream. This is definitely the stream that they want to swing on by and ask their Airsoft-related questions. I've been playing Airsoft for 14 years. I definitely know a thing or two when it comes to Airsoft. I can definitely give my recommendations on 2 cents when it comes to certain Airsoft guns. I can definitely give recommendations off of products that we sell off our website. And if you want to ask me personal questions too, or my opinions on stuff, whether it be Airsoft related or not, you're more than welcome to do so. I am an open book. So, Chef Pandakage, what's going on, man? How you feeling, brother? How you feeling? How was the you and Trinity okay? You and Trinity all right after eating that many tacos? What was your end number? I wasn't able to finish the stream, but what was your end number, bro? Just loud and clear. Been finishing up some hunting areas on the farm. Ooh, Gravel Sasquatch. You know, that's actually one thing I've actually been wanting to do still in my life is actually go hunting. Like I've done like the outdoor hiking. I love camping, right? I love fishing. I'm a big fisher guy, right? I don't want to say fisherman because, I feel like you need a little bit more experience in order to actually say that. And that's an actual position. But, I love fishing, man. I love me some fishing. I do a lot of like charter boat fishing. I will on occasion do like lake fishing as well, but I've always much preferred ocean fishing. But hunting is another thing that I'm like, yeah, because I love shooting, right? I love going real steel shooting. Always a blast whenever Cisco and I are able to shoot together. I've even gone with some of my other friends as well. Like, it's fun, man. It's super fun, but I definitely want to, like, actually go hunting. Like, that actually sounds really, really cool. My one rule is that if I go hunting, I want to eat whatever it is that I kill. That's my one request. So, yeah, we got another minute before we fully go. Bro, we're so full. She got through, like, 9 Crystal Birdias, and I got through 22 tacos. Hey, you intentionally went after my record. Is that what's going on, Chef? Is that what's going on? Dang, dude. I mean, granted, I was 13 when I did that, so I don't know what my current number is now because I don't normally try to go for that much. But again, we're gonna have to do an eating. Maybe it's between you and I, right? Maybe it's between you and I. If my plan, for those that don't know, Chef Panakage had his own live stream. If you haven't, make sure to go out and check out his YouTube channel as well. I saw the live stream and they were doing just like essentially what was a very slow mukbang, right? Of just them like eating tacos. And I was like, oh, I wonder how much their number is. And I said 21. And of course, right, Chef had to go ahead and try to go for it. Right now he feels like shit. You're welcome. But I had proposed, what if we did like a Mayo Gang meat like eating contest, right? We'll have like the GI like boys in addition to like mods and some of the guys off the Mayo Gang, right? I'd swing on by for like BB Wars and shit. We'll do like an eating contest. We did one last year that I did with Cisco, Taylor, and I believe Justin. Yeah, Justin was also part of it, where we did a dumpling eating contest, but it was just among GI employees. I won that one, but I need more of a challenge. I want more of the boys out here to come out and challenge me. As far as what food, I have no idea. Trinity suggested cereal. I would be down for that. Oh, man, that is absolutely hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. All right, guys, it is now 36. Might as well go on and begin the live stream a minute late. Welcome to another episode of the Storefront live stream. My name is Isaias, and I'm going to be your host for today's live stream. Now, you guys saw the title of the live stream. You want to increase your odds, right? You have the best chance of winning the shopping spree giveaway. That's absolutely correct, right? This is going to be your best means of being able to increase your odds of winning the shopping spree giveaway, because during our shopping spree, or during these live streams, I like to do promotions, right? Now, a lot of you new viewers might not be fully aware as to what our shopping spree giveaway is. Well, I'm here to tell you. Right, every week on Thursdays, we do essentially a raffle where any customers who place a $20 or greater order, right, is automatically entered. Your raffle tickets are essentially your orders, right? Every $20 plus order, whether that's online, whether in store, those are entered into our giveaway, right? And at 6:30, that's the deadline to be entered for every Thursday, right? For that week, we announce the winner, and if the winner isn't there, the prize is stacked. Now, we start off at a $600 prize pot, but the last winner was not present during the live stream, right? It was not able to provide the information that we required, so we were able to stack it now to $1,200. $1,200 can be yours, and all you have to do is place a $20 or greater order, right? But again, like I said, during these live streams, I like to go and throw in some extra promotions for you guys, and there it is right there. Boom, bada bop, right? Very classic mainstay of the live stream. There you go. Classic of the mainstay of these live streams. Every $50 spent will get you 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Right, so think multiples of 50, right? $50, right? A little bit more, that's 5 entries. However, once you reach $100, that's 10 entries. 150, 15, 200, that's 20. You guys get the idea. Multiples of 50, you're getting 5 per. If you want to go ahead and increase your odds still, right? If you want to get something really, really dope, while also getting additional winnings, right? I would say check out the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box, right? Now, normally, right, because you would be, for this box, you would only be getting 10 entries. However, right now, we're gonna honor it. You're gonna be getting 15 entries into the shopping spree giveaway just because of the promotion going on. But this is still a solid, very, very fucking cool mystery box, right? Because if you guys take a look at the prize list we got going on right here, right? Take a look at this, right? Grand prize, Wolverine MTO. This is a pre-built HPA gun for you. All you're going to need is the tank, the reg, and a line at that point. You already have the gun up. You don't have to go ahead and put anything into it. It's good to go as is, right? Other prizes are going to include the Arcturus SP1 carbine. This is an absolute banger of a PP19 build. Also have the SIG MCX, super clean as well. Classic Army LS12, amazing. The new KWA F90 gas blowback airsoft gun. This thing is awesome, right? This thing is an absolute monster. It honestly is like one of the most satisfying gas blowbacks to shoot, especially because it's bullpup, which is surprising. I was expecting there to be, some issues because it was bullpup, but honestly, no, not at all. Right, the classic Army Mark 46. I can attest for the 249s. I love these, right? And so many good things on here. Elite Force MP5. You got some Zion arms, right? You got a black and gold R15 in addition to the PW9s, both the Mod 1 and the OGs. You got some KWAs. You got some ENC, some classic guns in there, some ENLs. Like, this is a solid freaking mystery box, man. And again, the lowest costing prize right now off of this is going to be, so too far, is $175. $175 is the lowest costing prize you could win. However, the box is retailing for $155. Like, that's a come up. No matter how you try to argue it, that is 100% a come up. So don't miss the opportunities you guys are given. Take advantage and place your orders for the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box. Not only that, we have a lot of guns on Shocker Deal right now. We have a lot of guns on sale. These are the best deals that you can find in Airsoft. Holidays are around the corner, right? We have less than 60 days, right, till Christmas. We have less than 60 days till Christmas, so make sure that you place your orders now. Get all that holiday shopping done now while you can, because the holiday shopping has already started. It's been going on. It's already started, so make sure you take advantage right now, right? And again, guys, If you have any airsoft related questions or you want to go and ask me anything in particular, feel free to let me know down in the live chat. Make sure to put a letter Q though right in front of your question. Makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to actually see. Again, things can get lost in the chat. It does happen. You are more than welcome to ask your question more than once. However, try not to go ahead and do anything more than that. Anything more than twice, and it's just going to be considered spam. You might be put on a timeout. We don't want to do that. It's not going to be a good time for anyone. So let's just avoid the situation altogether. Ask your question. If you're more than welcome to repeat it more than once, but that's pretty much about it. I will get to your question. I just want to go and make sure I give everyone proper time. And again, it can be an airsoft related question if you're looking for recommendations for product stuff we sell off our website, my personal opinions on things, then by all means, feel free to go ahead and go for it. Actually, one thing that I'm actually very curious about, right? Because again, holiday shop, tis the season, right? Holidays are right around the corner, and holiday shopping has already begun. What are some things that you guys actually want for Christmas? Whether you've been playing for a long time or whether you're a completely new beginner, right? You're just dipping your toes in the water, if you will. What are some things that you guys would like for Christmas this year in terms of like airsoft gifts, right? Or what do you think makes the best airsoft gift? Right? I'm just curious to hear what you guys have to say. Let's assume that you're, either a complete beginner or just anyone. Like, what is the best go-to gift that you can receive as an airsofter, right? If you wanted an airsoft theme gift, what would you want to get? And if you have any stories too about what you've received for Christmas in regards to like airsoft stuff, let me know. I'm very curious. I've actually personally, I think I've only gotten a few things like airsoft. I think I got a little bit of tactical gear a few times for Christmas. But that was about it. For my birthday, though, I've actually had some of my friends here like gift me guns, which was awesome. That was always, as much as I love tactical gear, trust me, I'm a tactical gear whore. I love getting guns. I absolutely love getting guns for Christmas, and I don't even expect it or even ask people to do it. It's just some of my friends just wanted to be really nice and did it for me, and that was really, really cool. So those are some of the best experiences I've had with like gift giving in terms of like airsoft, like holiday shopping and stuff. All right. Let's go through here. Or if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the live chat. All right, let's see here. New SMG for Medic is probably on top for me as a Christmas gift, looking at a P90. Ooh, Chef Panda Kage. A P90, okay, here's the thing. I fucks with the P90 hard, right? I really do. But the problem that I've always found is that, like, magazines, for whatever reason, like you would expect, because there's not that many, especially now, right? Since there's not that many manufacturers of a P90 platform that exists out there. I don't even think we don't even have a P90 that we currently have right now, at least at GI, right? Magazines for them, even though we carry a ton of magazines, cross compatibility is not 100% a thing. Like there is going to be some fitment that might be required in order to get it to fit, let alone feed, right? Which is very frustrating, I would imagine, right? Like thankfully I do have my own P90. It's an older Classic Army one. And that seems to work with most magazines, I believe. But I know for a fact that it actually struggles to feed with the G&G magazines, which is really unfortunate because I really wanted those to work the best. But, it is what it is, unfortunately. But a new SMG in general would actually be really, really cool, right? A new SMG, again, airsoft guns I think are definitely the best airsoft gift that you could receive. For me, if I were to get a new SMG, I think for me, I would probably, I have an MP5. But then again, who said that you can't have too many MP5s, right? I would actually maybe think of getting a UMP for me personally. I know it's a little bit on the bigger side, but one of the VFC gas blowback UMPs, like this bad boy. Let's see here. VFC UMP. It's literally in the name, and I misspelled it. Damn it. Let's see, there we go. Let's just go ahead and type it up properly this time without misspelling. Okay, let's see. VFC UMP. There we go. Oh, also, I forgot. I'll go ahead and link the silver mystery box for you guys. Again, make sure to go and take advantage of it. Again, 15 entries right now, only during the stream instead of the traditional 10. All right, but let's see here. Let's go UMP. Yeah, the gas flowback UMP, like, this thing slaps, man. This thing 100% fucking slaps, dude. Like, I would want this. It's super lightweight, too. Right, this is a very, very lightweight SMG that you guys can get. And the UMP's been around for quite some time. It's been around for quite a long time. I will say it's not as... It doesn't have the same reputation, obviously, as like the MP5. But I think the UMP, especially recently, has been very slept on, especially the gas blowback. I think this is the one that, honestly, I would want the most, right? It's nice and chonky. I feel like it gets the job done, though. It's nice and compact still. Folding stock, And again, like magazines are, we thankfully still sell the magazines for them. You can still get them. I think it's a great platform. I think it's a great airsoft gun, right? This is what I would want. This would be dope to get, right? Gnarl says, "Dear Santa, please bring me a PKM." Dude, absolutely. Honestly, I love PKMs too. Like they're just such a big boy, you know? They're such a big boy. Like I like, the what is it? Yeah, there you go. The A and K, right? Or now a lot of them are actually going to be starting to be relabeled now as Atlas Custom Works. Like they're basically the same shit. They're literally the same thing, coming from the same factories. Like, I like this one, but I also like this one. And you guys know why. You guys know I love my old school shit, right? So the fact that it has the wood furniture, oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. That looks good, right? I would want this. I would also want this. If someone gave me a PKM, I would not look a gift horse in the mouth, right? I would 100% be like the goodest boy, super grateful, right? This just looks super freaking cool. But yes, that would be an awesome gift, Gnarls. What's a good loadout for a beginner? This is coming from Four-Eyed Spider Gaming. So it depends on ultimately what you're looking for. Typically, Four-Eyed Spider Gaming, we usually like to recommend here at GI, starting off with some type of AR. That means like any sort of M4, any sort of M16 style airsoft gun. Ideally an AEG, an automatic electric gun, just because it's going to be a lot easier to take care of. Again, there are plenty of models within, a lot of people's budgets. I don't always like to tell beginner players to like have to spend a lot, so I usually tell them anywhere from like 150 to 250 is your ideal spending amount, right? Just because you'll be able to get something that's really solid in that price budget. And there are many options there. But if you have more money, then for sure, absolutely, you can definitely spend more and get something really awesome, right? But for me personally, I would usually say 150 to 250. An example would be something like Specna Arms Flex. There we go. Right, I'm just gonna look this up. Something like the Specna Arms Flex models, right? Let's do this one because we usually like to recommend this one a lot in our videos. This one retails for $169. By the way, everyone use coupon code 20th for 10% off. As long as it's not a mystery box or a shocker deal, it should work. You're welcome. But yeah, Specna Arms Flex F03. Polymer construction, but it's very durable, so you don't have to worry about it. I know there's a whole like metal or no, metal don't mean shit, right? At the end of the day, when it comes to the externals, this is solid. It's lightweight, right? It has everything you need. Right? What's cool about the Specna Arms is that they actually come included with the low FPS spring right out of the box. So you'll be able, basically with the quick change spring system, you'll be able to adhere to any field's FPS rules very easily without having to disassemble the gearbox. 603 Type 4 inner barrel, rotary cell hop chamber. Like, it's got the works, man. It's definitely got what it needs in order to be considered competitive for a beginner style airsoft gun, right? And there's a lot of potential, right? Because this, like the version 2 gearbox literally has the most support when it comes to an aftermarket. So there's something like this, right? If you're not a big fan of this style, there's other models that you can go with. I personally really like something like this, LT31, right? I personally would rather go for a standard Gen 2 model from Lancer Tactical. They're Specna Arms, Lancer, they're coming from the same factory, so just so you know. But with a lot of these standard Lancer Tactical Gen 2 models, they actually come included with a battery and a charger, so that actually gets a lot of your shopping done. Now, bear in mind, not the best battery and charger in the world. It's a 9.6 nickel hydrate with a basic wall charger. However, it's more than enough to just get you started and get out there and start playing. You can always upgrade the battery and charger later on down the line. But it's one of my favorite ones. Is essentially your pre-built Mark 18 setup, this is the look that I was going for when I was, getting started in airsoft and I really wanted to get. So the fact that you can get all this, right, for $209, even cheaper with coupon code 20th, trust me, do it. Right, you get the battery, wall charger, little bag of BBs, and this one actually comes included with a little vertical grip as well. It's just solid, man. It's a solid airsoft gun. But again, there are many different models that you can go with. It ultimately depends on what you're looking for. But again, I would say stick with an AR, an M4, or an M16, because at the end of the day, when something happens, because it's not going to be a matter of if, it's a matter of when, just how soon. And beginner players do, unfortunately, have the tendency of breaking things more frequently. When that does happen, you should be able to go ahead and find the replacement parts at GI very easily, right? All right, keeps going up. Booka. Rib eating. Ooh, I'll take. I'm good on tacos. I'll take cereal after all that. Okay, no, cereal eating contest would be pretty cool. Sounds interesting. You aren't allowed to call me cute. It's embarrassing. I'm blushing. Sigma, don't be a tsundere, all right? Just don't be a tsundere. Just take it, all right? All right, let's see what's going through. Always eat what you harvest. Now that's what I'm saying. Like I would hate to like. That's the thing about hunting, right? Gravel Sasquatch. I would like. It sounds awesome, right? It sounds like a really cool thing, and it does. I would imagine teaches you some like I don't want to be cliche, but like the whole circle of life, right? Understanding your place in nature and stuff. And understanding where your food comes from. Absolutely. I think more and more people should have an understanding as to where their food comes from and should be a little bit more self-sustaining as well. Whether that be, if you have the space for it, if you have the means, being able to harvest your own food in terms of like, whether it be, some type of like meat, if you have like live on a farm or if you're able to go out and procure, like go hunting, or if you're able to just plant your own garden, right? That's what I've been doing a lot recently. I've been doing a lot of like gardening the backyard with my fiance, and it's been really cool, right? Like I'm able to have like cucumbers on demand, right? I can have jalapenos whenever I want. I literally homemade on the weekends. I'll just homemade salsa. Like I'll experiment with different recipes, but I'll use a lot of the shit that grows in my backyard, right? Same thing with herbs as well. It's really cool. It's really fun. I definitely recommend you guys get into it. Then we had to down a serrano pepper. Oh no! Oh man, dude. Okay, sometimes. Okay, you guys notice that like. Sometimes with a jalapeno pepper, sometimes they're not hot. Like, you ever notice that? Like, sometimes you're expecting, like, you'll take a nice, big old bite of a jalapeno pepper, and it's just not spicy at all. And then sometimes it acts as, like, one of the hottest things. Well, serranos, I don't know what serranos, like, for the most part, they are, like, 9 times out of 10 always going to be super spicy. They don't last for very long. That's what's good about serranos. They don't seem to last for very, very long, especially if you eat them properly. But they're just like almost an instantaneous heat that you get. I kind of prefer that though when it comes to my spice. What do you guys think? I like a nice spicy kick, like immediately an instantaneous kick, as opposed to like, oh, it's a slow burn and then it stays and it lingers. I hate the ones that linger. I love spice, but man, when it just lingers there, that's kind of annoying. All right, guys, looks like we're only at about like 19, 20 views right now, but we only have 12 likes. Guys, come on, let's go ahead and bump those numbers up. Let's bump those numbers up and get all eyes on this live stream. Share this around with as many people as you possibly can. Let them know that if they want to win 1,200, I'm not making this up, by the way. If you guys don't believe us when it comes to the shopping spree giveaway that the winnings are real, I'll pull it up for you guys right now, right? I'll pull it up for you guys right now, right? Scroll onto this. On our main website, right, all these banners that are right here, you're going to scroll down, right, scroll through until you get this bad boy, shopping spree giveaway. $1,200, we advertise it right there on our website, right on the front page. Here's all the rules so you can see it for yourself, right? And we update this on a weekly basis, of course, right, because we got to update the winnings. $1,200 right now, right? Literally, that's all you got to do and place a $20 or greater order. But the promo above my head, right, should say it all, right? Every $50 spent will get you 5 chances to win the shopping spree giveaway, right? So $50, that's going to be 5 entries. You get up to $100, that's 10 entries. 150, 15, you get the idea. It's multiples of 50, right? And we've even posted the previous winners here. We posted their names on here as well. We even have pictures when we used to do more of like the live stream giveaways, when we used to give away whole guns before we did just the credit amount. But yeah, like these winnings are real, man. Like you can ask any one of the mods that have been here we've been doing this for about to be 2 years now, I believe. It's real, like 100%. It's real. All you got to do is participate and win. It could be literally anyone. We've had winners win off of like one order they've placed through GI, and it was like off a bag of BB. So literally, it can go to anyone. But you might as well increase your odds while you're here, right? Just saying, you don't want to waste the opportunities that are given to you. All right. Clear. Okay, sweet. Okay, we should be good. Let's go down to the most recent comments and questions because I know we got a few. Oh God, gnarls. It's just a bunch of numbers. Is this plate carrier kosher for Rust 4 at MSW? Opinions, my guy. Let's take a look at it, Sancho. That's a very good question. If you guys didn't know, I'm a very frequent member of MSW events or MilSim West events. I've been doing it for about to be 5 years now. About to be 5 years that I've been doing it. All right, let's see here. It's not so much that it's kosher for an event or not. Like, would this work? Oh, absolutely. Would this work? For me, Gnarls, what I would suggest, like, if you wanted, like, something that's going to be, like, a solid go-to, like, kit for Rust 4, I would say you can go black bottoms and black top, right, just BDUs. If you want to do, like, the freaking, what is it called? Like, sort of cry cut, like, combat top and bottoms, and you can do that as well instead of just traditional BDUs. You can do that. and then just accent it with Digiflora stuff. I know we sell a few Digiflora like pieces of tactical kit on our website, so you can definitely do that. It's on sale right now too, $47.45. You know, I'm just saying, get like maybe a bag of BBs or like, you know, maybe a sticker or like some patches or something. Get it to $50. You get 5 entries in the giveaway. I'm just saying, but like, would I suggest this for MSW? Yeah, I would say this is a solid pick. Yeah, this is a solid pick. It's more so like when we use the word kosher, it's more like, would it actually work? Is this a legit thing for, or is this the proper kit for this very specific loadout? But no one's really looking for, like, oh, is this the correct plate carrier that was used by this unit? Like, no one really cares at the end of the day. Like, there's a lot of guys that, you know, will go just for the flex to try to do it. And don't get me wrong, I've done it a little bit just because I really like the way it looks. But it's never been 100% kosher. And at the end of the day, like, you can go with whatever it is that you want as long as it follows the uniform requirements on the TACSOP or on your events, like, list of rules, right? As long as it follows the guidelines, then you're pretty much chilling. But yeah, I would say that if I saw this camo up close, I would 100% associate this with Rust 4. So I would say, yeah, you can make a pretty good loadout off of this, honestly. If you haven't already, yes, make sure to go and leave a big old thumbs up on this live stream. What's up, Darktree? How you doing, brother? Let's see here, make sure I'm not missing anything. Worked mad OT, won't make it into GI till next Saturday. Darktree, do not worry, bro. It is good that you were here during the live stream. Always happy to have you here. Let's see here, make sure I'm not missing anything. What's going on, Stitch? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on? It's good to have everyone here. Got the boys here. Any info about the PTS EPM mags for the Scorpion Evo? Nothing as of yet. I know what you're talking about, Chef. I haven't received any ETAs yet. However, I would imagine since the holidays are pretty close, I would imagine that, you know, PTS, you know, you might want to go ahead and release those mags sooner than later. You know, I would imagine within the next couple of weeks, just keep an eye out. Our distributor, like, should be able to go ahead and bring them in, and then we'll be able to list them on our website. Again, I would hope for the holiday season that they would want to go ahead and bring them up. And again, guys, that is actually a very good question that I brought up to chat earlier. If you guys, you know, don't have any questions, I want to hear what your thoughts as well. What do you think is the best, or what would you guys like to receive for Christmas this year, right, in terms of airsoft gift? What do you think is the best airsoft gift that you can get as an airsofter, right? Like, what is something that you would want to get off of Airsoft GI, for example? Like, is it a new gun? What gun specifically? Is it tactical gear? What piece of tactical gear would you guys like? Let me know down in the live chat as well. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. Let's see, make sure I don't miss anything. About to head out to dispose an old worn aircon. All right. Hello, good sirs. Helmy AB, what's going good, man? What's happening? Chef Panikage, how are the mags on the UMP? It depends on which mags we're talking about. If we're talking about the gas blowback versus the AEG one, from what Cisco was saying, he was saying that, like, he didn't always have the best experience with them. Now, I don't know what brand magazines that he was using specifically, right? When it came to gas blowback, you know, the VFC gas blowback one, I haven't had any or heard any issues with them that wasn't user error. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, oh, it wasn't, you know, I've heard the complaints, like, it doesn't hold a lot of air, and it's like, or it doesn't hold a lot of gas, I should say. And, you know, I would tell them, have you purged the magazine? And they had no idea what I was talking about, right? So I had to show them how to do that. And yeah, you were able to get a full reservoir's worth of gas, you know, from your magazine. I haven't had any or heard any issues with the gas magazines for the UMP, and a few of my friends actually did own the VFC UMP, and they were very happy with it. I think the biggest thing was that the mags were expensive, but, like, at the end of the day, it's a gas blowback. You know what I mean? Like, what gas blowback magazines aren't going to be expensive, right? Even pistols, right? Yeah, some of them can be a little more affordable, like in the $20 to $30 price point, but let's be real. A lot of the really nice magazines are going to be pricey. All right, let's keep scrolling up. What's the best sniper scope? Not shoot. What brand is the best? Not shoot. What? Vengeful 71. I'm not too sure what, you know, not shoot, what brand. It depends, honestly, on, like, what it is that you're looking for in your optic. Now, if you're looking for any sort of, like, rifle scope of any kind, there's a few options. Personally, I do like NC Star. I do like Lancer Tactical. I think they get the job done very, very well. You can go accessories. Let's go rifle scopes, right? Just to take a look, right? Why don't we? I mean, looking at rifle scopes, illuminated, non-illuminated, it really depends on your individual preferences. If you want it a little bit smaller, something a little bit larger, really depends, really. And it's also budget. That's a huge thing as well, because some optics can be a little bit more affordable. Something like this, you know, it will get the job done, right? I like this one. 4-1 by 44 rifle scope. This is a solid piece, right? This is a solid piece of kit. Scope rings are going to come included, but you can also change out the scope rings as well. That's one thing too. Like, remember guys, you can always change out the mounting hardware for your optics, right? Like, especially when it comes to actual rifle scopes or short dots, you can change them out, right, for something a little bit more suited to your flavor, if you will. Something like this, is pretty solid. Again, $92.99. Not the most expensive, but also not the cheapest. But it is a solid piece. What I would suggest also, use coupon code 20th20th at checkout. That way you can go ahead and get 10% off. I'm just saying, throwing that out there. Definitely a good idea, right? But, there's other options as well, when you go through our website. What's another solid pick that I would say? We scroll down here. The NC Star one, that one's always pretty good, but that one's definitely like there's a reason it's 157. Bear in mind, NC Star is not an Airsoft, optic brand. They make stuff for real guns. They just work very, very well on Airsoft as well, right? Really depends on what your budget dictates, honestly. I would say the Lancer one that I showed off is probably going to be the best one, in my honest opinion. But again, individual preference. Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got them, right? Let's keep scrolling through. Let's see, answered that one. Casper, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Zubanel, P90s are fun. Yes, they are. Don't get me wrong. P90s are fun, and I would love to see more P90s being introduced into the market again, right? Like from other brands. Like I want, like Classic Army, I want you to bring back your classic, your P90s, right? Or I'm sorry, your E90s. I believe that's what they called them. I don't remember. Like, I would love to see more weapons variation out there. Again, you know me, like, I'm the guy that wants to run, the weirdest shit out on the field, right? I don't care how weird it is. As long as I like it, that's all that matters to me, right? I will run, some weird stuff out on the field. As long as, it shoots, that's pretty much all I really need at the end of the day. But I would love to see, more variations out there. But again, it really is dictated by the airsoft market. I've mentioned this topic a couple times to a lot of the long-time viewers, but for a lot of our newer viewers, there was a period of time in airsoft where you could get more unique platforms fairly easily. They were readily available. Cisco's generation probably remembers it a little bit more closer than I do, because when I started getting into it, a lot of those stuff started getting phased out. But there were still remnants here and there. But for the most part, it was pretty much like set as like ARs, M4s, right? But with a P90, that was one gun that I definitely wanted. I'm glad I have it in my collection, but I would love for it to make a return and for it to come back. That would be absolutely amazing, right? I would love to see more of that. All right, let's scroll down the most recent comments and questions. I want to be a tech. Is there books or school or classes to help get in? Eric Warner. That is a very good question, Eric. Unfortunately not. I know some places have tried to set up their own like tech schools before, but it never really took off. Honestly, when it comes to teching, that's one of those things where it's like, honestly, you're going to have to do it a lot on your own, just watching a lot of videos. Now, thankfully, GI, we do put out a lot of tech disassembly videos and repair guides out on there on our YouTube channel, which, again, you guys are watching right now. We do actually have quite a bit of disassembly videos and like tech help stuff. So definitely recommend taking a look at those guides. But there's a lot of tech videos out there as far as like how to disassemble, how to install, how to do this. A lot of that's all going to be on YouTube, right? YouTube is literally going to be the lifeblood of like airsoft teching. So I would highly recommend doing a deep dive there. Maybe if you have a gun that no longer works, or you just want to start working on it, you don't mind maybe making a few mistakes on too, because it can happen. Maybe start doing that, right? Or maybe just pick up like a, just like kind of like a more affordable, maybe like a cheaper AEG that you can start just like working on, or maybe like a boneyard or something from your buddies. See if you can just start experimenting with that. That's honestly going to be the best way to learn. That's how most techs really learned at the end of the day. Yeah, Cutter, hey, what's going on, Cutter? Good to hear from you again, man. Yeah, watch every airsoft video every tech video you can. Really good series about upgrading. That's true. Thank you, Cutter. Thank you, Cutter. Start by getting a boneyard. Yeah, literally taking the words out of my mouth. Tear that apart to learn and practice. You learn by doing. Trust me, the first time you open a gun is terrifying. No, dude, I've had the exact same experience. I'm not a very good tech at all. I can troubleshoot, fairly well, but when it comes to just teching, I usually try to leave that up to guys that are a little more qualified than me. Keep scrolling through. And remember, guys, place your orders for the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box, available right now at Airsoft. Yeah, I'm going to put that down in the chat. All that link for you guys right there, right there, right there. Remember, only for this live stream, right, will you be able to order this and get 15 as opposed to the traditional 10 entries into the next shopping spree, which has been stacked. It's $1,200. $1,200 can be yours, and all you got to do is place a $20 or greater order to enter. But the promo above my head should really be taken advantage of right now, so make sure that you place a $50 or greater order right now to get 5 or more entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Trust me, you're gonna thank me that you did if your name ends up getting called as a winner. All right, let's keep scrolling through. Prime Tech Customs, what's going on, man? How you doing? Alvin11, hi Isaias and Mayo Gang. I have an issue with my SMC9 as I'm firing on semi. It switches on its own to full auto. Anybody know a quick fix for this? I bought it at GI, but the warranty period is over. Alvin11. I think we would have to honestly take a look and see like what might be going on, whether it's just the selector itself is just moving. I'm not 100% certain. Again, I would have to take a look at it, but Alvin, what I would suggest, it's a G&G product, and I mean, as long as like the gun is mostly intact, then I believe G&G would, because they do have a direct manufacturer warranty. G&G is, from what I remember, I feel like they're pretty cool as long as the orange tip and everything is still in place. They should be. I would imagine they might be able to still take a look at it and be able to go ahead and service it for you potentially. Otherwise, we might need to go ahead and actually look at it in person in order to see what might be going on. But yeah, like that's tough. If anything, Alvin, DM us with what might be going on. Maybe like a video showing like, is it the selectors moving on its own? Is it just staying in place? You have it on semi, but it's still shooting in full auto. Show us a video, and with your order number, we might be able to do something. Prime Tech Customs, what's going on, man? What's going on? Hello. All right, guys. If you have any airsoft-related questions, make sure to let me know down in the live chat with the letter Q right in front of your question. Makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to go ahead and see. Again, for all of my new, it looks like I'm getting more people watching the stream right now. That's awesome. Again, really grateful for everyone that is choosing to spend their free time hanging out with me and the rest of the Mayo Gang. Remember, guys, if you have any airsoft-related questions, let me know down in the live chat. And remember, promo above my heads. Take advantage of it. Don't let the opportunities go to waste, right? Make sure to place your orders as well for the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box. Again, getting 15 entries. And again, that prize list, right, is something. Let me tell you, that is a good-ass fucking, like, prize list that you guys can win. And again, for $155, the lowest costing prize on here is $175. Like, yeah, that's the $20 difference. Yeah, it's a come-up. No matter what you get, it's going to be a come-up. Guaranteed, right? Absolutely banger of a list. And again, tons of guns that are on a shotgun deal right now. So plenty of stuff to take advantage of. Man, do all your holiday shopping now while all the sales are available. Might as well get it done. Now while you can, because then you'll get multiple entries into the next shopping giveaway and potentially win $1,200. But one of the questions that I had for all you guys watching right now was, what do you think are some of the best airsoft gifts that you can receive for the holidays, right? Whether that be, an airsoft gun, a plate carrier, what do you think is the best prize or the best thing that you can win for Christmas, right? For the holidays, what are some things that you would love to receive as an airsoft present, right? Let's assume no budget was in mind, right? No budget needed. What are some things that you would want for Christmas, right? Let me know down in the live chat. I am very curious to hear what you guys have to say. For me, I always prefer airsoft guns. I think that's definitely the best thing to receive for Christmas, right? Because you get the nice big box, right? You get the excitement. And when you open up and you see the gun that it is, it's just, it's so nice, right? That's what I think personally is the best thing that you can get for the holidays in terms of an airsoft present. But what do you guys think? I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. Let's see here. Let's keep going through. The screw might be stripped and the ball bearing spring fell out. It's moving on its own. Okay, it feels flimsy as well as I'm shooting it on semi. It doesn't. Okay, so it is moving on its own. Okay. I don't know if we have the assembly. I would say, here's what I would say, Alvin. DM us with that, obviously, order number, that way we can maybe take a look at it as well. But I would want to say that maybe go ahead and let G&G know, maybe if you can get in contact with G&G and see if you can get the selector assembly. I know a lot of manufacturers are more than okay with being able to either sell or just give out, a lot of the OEM, smaller OEM parts. That would be absolutely cool, right? If G&G could do that. I know KWA has done that multiple times. They're actually really cool about that. I will say KWA is very good about being able to sell a lot of their OEM components. But I imagine, since how big G&G is, would be willing to do the same, right? Especially if you're willing to buy it too, right? Obviously, if things are out of the warranty period, if they don't want to hook you up, then fine. But the very least they should be able to do is at least sell you the selector assembly, right? Considering you're willing to buy it from them, you know what I mean? It only makes sense. see here. Someone to get me the $150,000 truck, then I can be Airsoft Santa with the contents. Casper, that would be dope. You guys don't know what he's talking about, right? This is like crazy, right? Mystery box. See, you guys know, like this was. I remember when we announced this, I was like, "What? There's no way." And then sure enough, yeah, it would be an actual truck. Where is it? There we go. Right there we go. Though. Can you imagine? This will actually, you're right. Casper, you got it right. You got the nail right on the head. This would be the best prize to get, or the best present to get for the holidays, right? The $150,000 Airsoft mystery truck, right? That would be awesome to receive a truckload of Airsoft guns. Yeah, that'd be sick, man. Like, I would love. Like, can you imagine that pulling up, right? You're like, oh, you wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, like maybe this is your fiance or like maybe your partner or something. It's like, oh, I got you an Airsoft gift. And it's like, oh, what is it? It should be backing up right now. You hear beep, 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 right? You see the truck just backing up. It's like, what? What? Fucking crazy. Freaking crazy, dude. I would love that. I would absolutely be awesome. Ecstatic to receive that. Well, do we get to keep the truck itself? Yeah, I think Cisco said you get the truck too. That's hilarious. If Santa's listening and G&G Cobalt connects, bam, Recon M4. Okay, Cutter, you got some nice taste there, my guy. Some nice taste there. Let's see, let's pull it up for you so everyone can see. Bamf, right? I just love saying that, the Bamf. The Bamf Recon, absolutely. That is definitely an expensive ass airsoft gun, I will say. But you know what? It's not the most expensive thing in the world. For me personally, honestly, like what I would want, what I personally want, and this is no joke, right? Obviously, yeah, right? Like, oh, bias because he works at GI. Whatever, man. Like, I've seen the performance, right? It's got to be the MGC4s, right? It's got to be the MGC4s, right? Which, by the way, they should be coming in stock very, very soon. I believe they should be coming back. I believe next Friday is when they arrive. Next week Friday is when they're slated to be dropping on the site again, our restock. So, again, if you haven't already, make sure to place your pre-orders for an MGC4. They should be coming in very, very soon, like next week, right? So, make sure that you guys place your pre-orders. If you guys were on the verge of, like, maybe thinking, oh, maybe I should cancel this pre-order, don't. Trust me, you don't want to cancel it. Like, it is so soon. It is coming so soon, right? So make sure that you place your pre-orders now while you can. Again, you get multiple entries in the shopping spree giveaway. I'm just saying. But for me, it would be the bronze and black one. That's my favorite one, right? That is absolutely, I think, the coolest looking one. But again, that's just my personal preference. Keeps going through. Yep, Casper, yep. When in doubt, feel free to ask. Absolutely. Make sure you're not missing anything. Make sure you're not missing anything. All right, I should be caught up on all those. Scroll down here. Crazy Jason, what's going on, dude? How is it going? How is it flying, dude? All right. Remember, guys, place your orders for the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box. You guys know the deal. You get 15 entries only for this live stream, so don't miss out. Don't miss out, right? And again, you get this absolutely insane prize list. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, pretty much any of these guns off of the prize list for the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box would be an awesome holiday present to receive, right? Waking up Christmas Day, it's like, oh, I got an MCX, right? That'd be freaking sick. I think out of all of these, my favorite one, I mean, I already have the Mark 46, but I do love it still. I think for me, it would be the MP5 SD6, right? R15 is always going to be an absolute banger. The X9 is a classic now at this point. The XM177, I love that one. The MP5K, that would actually be pretty sweet to receive. The MP5K is one of those guns that's like, I've always been on the fence about it, but as I get older, I love it even more. Like, it's definitely like an iconic gun. Like, you cannot argue that. Whether you like the MP5 or not, I don't know who would dislike the MP5, but with the MP5K, like, that is iconic as it gets, man. Like, that's classic, right? I would love to see this being brought out, maybe like being dual wield on a field, right? I haven't seen anyone do it yet. Not with the Ks anyway, but I would love to see. I can imagine, honestly, guys like Chef, right, if you're still watching, I could totally see you dual wielding MP5Ks, right? I could totally see that happening, right? You always see that in like action movies, right? The heroes always dual wielding these bad boys. I would love to do that. Honestly, even just one, I would be okay with. But this, my biggest thing was that like the battery space wasn't the best on the MP5Ks. But honestly, it's with the availability of LiPo batteries and how much variety there is in shape, you can easily get a really nice elongated thin 11.1 or 7.4 for this, plug it in, and you should have no problems with that. I'm very happy that I'm living in this time period for airsoft where a lot of the technology has gotten better. I just do wish there was a little bit more variation. But honestly, this would be something that would be amazing to receive as a holiday gift as well. But honestly, like, again, anything on here would. These E&Ls too. E&Ls, oh, E&L AKM, oh, this is solid. This is solid, right? This is what I would want too. I have a 47. I have the G&G RK47, the electric blowback, which is awesome, right? But the E&L, like, something about the wood that they use is just, oh, it's nice, man. Like, it's real nice. And again, it's 280, right? Which is a lot less than the freaking LCT ones. I love LCT. Don't get me wrong. I love LCT. You know, they are a mainstay for sure. Whenever you at like MilSim West events, but the E&Ls they just hit different, man. Especially with that price point. That's also, remember, like I said, coupon code 20th, 20TH at checkout to get 10% off. You guys are welcome, right? Would recommend that as well. But again, I'm curious to hear what you guys think. What are some of the airsoft presents you would love to receive this holiday season? What would you absolutely love to get for Christmas, right? I'm very curious to hear for the holiday season, you know, what would you guys love to receive? What do you think is the best gift as an airsofter you actually can receive? Again, I'm on the side of it's got to be a gun, but which one? I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. Let's see here. And if you guys have any airsoft-related questions, make sure to let me know down in the live chat as well. Put the letter Q right in front of your question. It makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to go ahead and actually see and spot. All right, let's see here. This one comes from Momska. Would you prefer running a GBBR or AEG for MilSim events? That's an easy one, actually, for me. AEG. Now, don't get me wrong. I love GBBs. I love GBRs, right? I think they are, and I've been quoted as saying this, right? They are the most fun that you'll have playing airsoft, right? Running a GBR. When it's actually shooting. In general, overall, just for the convenience, definitely got to go with an AEG, right? Because here's the thing. At a MilSim West event, right, or just any like really hardcore MilSim event, you know, the AOs that you're located in, it's not like there's a shop right there, right? There's not like a shop that you can go to if something breaks down or if something goes wrong, right? If something were to happen, you want to be able to have it be something that you can very easily fix, right? With gas blowbacks, you know, something goes wrong, you know, sometimes you're going to need to do a full assembly like right then and there, right? And it's not always feasible, especially if you're in the middle of a firefight, right? So what I would suggest is typically go with an AEG, right? They are not going to be as prone to a lot of like other external factors like weather, like gas blowback is, right? If it's cold, you know, your efficiency goes out the window unless you're using black gas or you've really tuned your gun to the nines. And even then, I know guys that have done that to their airsoft guns who have spent thousands into it. And, you know, they would still struggle at a MilSim West event, right? Because, again, it's raining. The minute rain comes, like, it's super cold, right? Like, it drops under a certain temperature. Like, your efficiency goes out the window, regardless of using black gas or not. So I would personally recommend going with AEGs. Not only that, but being able to share magazines, because most people are going to be running AEGs anyway. Being able to just share magazines, considering most of you guys are going to be using the same platforms, you know, if you run, like, NATO-style kits, it's typically going to be ARs of some equivalent, right? But they're all using the same mags. If you're running Rust 4 or like some type of Op 4, it's typically going to be AKs, right? Generally speaking, the magazine compatibility is going to be across board. So you could borrow the guy next to you's magazines and it should be all right? Like, it just makes it a lot easier logistically too. What are good goggles for helmets? This comes from the average kid. That is a very good question. When it comes to goggles, there's nothing specifically like designed like this has to go with this helmet or anything like that. Not necessarily. It all ultimately depends, the average kid, on your preference, how it fits your head, because everyone's head's different. Everyone's head size and shape are going to be a little bit different from each other. No two heads are the exact same. But in terms of goggles, it's also individual preference too. Like, you know, do you like goggles that offer a lot more coverage on the face, or are you like me, where you like something a little more low profile? For me, I am actually a big fan of goggles like this, right? Let's see. ASG Strike. I believe that's how it's spelled. Yeah, these guys, right? I love these style of like goggles, these sort of glasses styles. They just work, right? They work very, very well, right? They are considered full seal. They're not like regular sunglasses where they're like, you know, very flat. They don't really like concave or like curve to the shape or the contour of your head or your eyes. These actually are full seals, meaning that, you know, no BBs are going to be able to get in They have a nice little back strap, so it makes it very difficult for you to lose it. And because they're so small and so low profile, it makes it a lot easier for you to aim down sights and pair it with any sort of tactical headpiece you might be wearing, whether it be headphones, whether it be, a full helmet. This is going to make it very easy for you to just put in place, right? That's what I prefer, right? That's what I prefer to use, and I have never gone back ever since making the switch over to this a few years ago. It's definitely the move. I would say it's definitely the move, and it's cheap too. This one, the ASG Tactical Strike, is $15, right? $15, right? At the end of the day, all you're gonna need is maybe some anti-fog wipes just to double up and make sure, because my body runs hot and I fog very easily. So running some type of anti-fog on these would definitely be the move, honestly. But that's just me. Again, there's other goggles as well. You just type up tactical gear. You can look up full seal goggles, and there should be a plethora of options. It's going to be a matter of which one you like more. Just bear in mind, if you're going with anything that isn't, essentially like a dye mask or like a really nice high-end paintball mask, fogging is very likely to happen. So just make sure you have some form of anti-fog, whether it be a spray or some type of wipe of some kind. That is going to be almost an essential at that point, right? But there's many different styles. But again, I just like the sunglass style. Again, that are still full seal. Because, again, still has to be full seal. Still has to be full seal. All right, make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah, like how it fits. Yeah, that's typically what I prefer. Yeah, average kid, thanks. No, anytime, man. Always happy to help. Always happy to help. What's up, Squirrely Nuts Airsoft? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? All right, let's keep scrolling through. We should all buy it with you, Isaias. If 25 of us pitch in, it will only be around $7,000. I know you got the money. Alvin, just because I have the money doesn't mean I want to spend the money. I'm trying to save up for a house, my guy. I'm trying to save up for my house right now. Billy Mota, what's going on, dude? How you doing? Casper, MGC4 full bronze, boys. Okay, all right. I see you. The MGC4 full bronze is absolutely a vibe, right? MGC4, there we go. Now, was it the Mark 1 or was it the Mark 2 that you prefer? Now, for me personally, I actually prefer the Mark 2 just because I like the longer length. I like the more carbine length as opposed to the SBR, just because I have, SBRs. Like, I have my Mark 18s, and I feel like it fills that role very well. I don't need another one. But carbine lengths always look good, in my opinion. I think they look really, really good. Kind of do like a pseudo block 3 instead of like the URGI style rail, right? The Ergi, right? You can use that Mayo Gang rail. That it does look good, right? It's a very good looking rail, and I love that it actually says Mayo on the rail itself too. That's very cool, very, very cool. I'm very happy with how these turned out. I genuinely am. But again, guys, the MGC4s are dropping soon, next week, Friday, from what I hear. So make sure that you place your pre-orders if you haven't already. But that would be awesome to get, right? Wake up and as a Christmas present, you got an MGC4. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. All right, let's keep scrolling through. Okay, should be cut. Let's scroll down the most recent comments and questions. Cutter Airsoft, I would have a very Merry Christmas if a G&G Cobalt Connect license, Banff Recon, and in tan specifically, appeared under my tree front door. Honestly, I think anyone would. The Banff is a solid gun, right? I think anyone would at that point. It could be, I think for me, maybe just because, maybe I'm a little... I don't know, I don't want to say my standards are low, but I'm just very grateful to receive anything, honestly. The fact that first of all, the fact that someone thought of me and wanted to give me a gift anyway is means so much, right? That's because I'm usually the one that likes to give presents to other people, right? So when I get a gift, I'm almost confused, I don't even know what to do, right? So I'm always super grateful when that happens, right? So it could be a cheap Springer that I get for Christmas, and I would still actually be very happy that someone thought of me and wanted to get me something, right? That's always been my mindset. But if someone loved me that much and got me a Banff, actually, you know what? No, the best gift I ever got, it wasn't for Christmas, it was for my birthday. From our old tech, not a head tech, but one of our older techs, he gifted me a Tokyo Marui next generation recoil shock. Now, it was used, right? And externally, it was beat the fuck up. But I didn't care, right? He got me a recoil shock, and because he's a tech himself, he got the parts that he had lying around, because he runs one too. He built one out internally for me and was like, oh, here you go. It's for your birthday. And I was like, I was almost close to crying, dude. I was like, dude, no, there's no fucking way, right? Because we just started carrying them at the time. And it was for us, it was we were super hyped about it. We finally gotten our hands on them, and, we could sell them to our customers. And I was just I thought in my head there was no way in hell that I was going to be able to ever afford one. just because realistically at the time I had a lot of other expenses that needed to be covered. So when I got it, I was like, dude, there's no way. Like, I cannot accept this. But he was like, no, bro, go for it. Go for it. And so to this day, I still will use it. I don't use it as often because I'm afraid of breaking it. But I built that gun out, right, externally as well. So it looks good. It shoots fantastic. It's one of my favorite guns in my collection just because, I guess, of the sentimental value. You know what I mean? I have a formula of parts that are trying to bamf into a monster. You got one for everything. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see here. 12 stones. What's a good beginners at 400? At 400? Yeah, 12 stones. For 400, honestly, I say MGC4. Like, I would say MGC4 is definitely got to be the pick for sure. Just because, again, like, there's not a whole lot of other high-end AEGs at the 400 and below price point that does as much as the MGC4 does, right? It could get close, right, with the Zion Arms R15, right? Those look really, really cool. But at the end of the day, MGC4 is definitely going to be the right answer at this point, right? It definitely is the right answer to say. Because, you know, you compare it to other high-end models around the same price point, if not more expensive, they don't offer, you know, the programmable MOSFET or ETU, or at least not as programmable as the Nebula, right? They don't offer as fast of a rate of fire. Even though this is using 18-to-1s, you know, the setup that we have, the shim job and the motor paired off with it, when used with 11-1, you can get a very, very healthy rate of fire that's actually faster than some 16-to-1 ratio setups, honestly. Like, it's really, really impressive how it's able to do that. Compression is solid, using a 603 Type 4 inner barrel, rotary cell hop chamber, solid bucking. What I would personally suggest, get one of these and then swap out the inner barrel and bucking assembly. Swap that out for a unicorn airsoft setup, right? So you got the unicorn Type 4, the bucking, and the hop-up nub, right? Swap that out for the unicorn set, and you are golden, right? You're going to be shooting laser beams all freaking day. All right. Let's keep going through. All right, should be caught up on those scrolling to the most recent comments and questions. Isaias, what's good? What's going on, man? What is going on? Yasha, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, man. I am so sorry. I try every time because I want to be able to say your name properly, and I cannot fucking do it. I am so sorry. I will get it eventually. With enough practice, I will get it. I will go. What's going on, man? What's going on? How you doing? Cutter, yeah, get any one of the MGC4 variants and you will not be let down. I own a Mark 1 and a Mark 2. Yeah, honestly, like, again, you can ask anyone in the chat that owns a MGC4, and they've been very, very happy with theirs. Performance has been absolutely solid. I believe in Virgil Hill, like, earlier, he was one of the first ones in the chat. He's always letting me know, like, yeah, this thing dominated on the field, and I'm like, yes, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Honestly, yeah. Prime Tech, an MGC4 Mark 1 with a few mags, any good LiPo. Yeah, 100% agree with that. Again, I'm more partial to the Mark 2, but the Mark 1s are a very solid pick as well. I think the benefit of going with the Mark 1 is because it's an SBR, right? Shorter, so you are able to use this in a CQB environment a little bit more efficiently than a carbine. I mean, all right, there's a whole thing that Cisco and I go on, right? I feel like, to an extent, I'm going to go on this little bit of a boomer rant for a little boomer mini rant, right? Everyone always feels like, you know, carbine length is too long, or even SBR. I actually had someone say to me that an SBR was too long to run indoors. It was a Mark 18, right? It was specifically a Mark 18. They looked me dead in the eye and told me that a Mark 18 was too long and that they couldn't use it indoors. And in my head, I'm like, okay, you know, individual preference. But I couldn't help but think and be like, you can't run like a short barrel rifle indoors in CQB where it was designed for. Right? Again, anything compared to a full-length, like M16, like an actual rifle length gun, right? Anything compared to that is going to be an absolute godsend when you're trying to use it indoors or an urban environment or any sort of like CQB setting, right? Like, because I've seen videos, right, of dudes like from like early Iraq War, right, trying to clear with M16s, right? And I'm like, dude, how the hell? Like, and they can do it. You can definitely do it with a rifle, but it's kind of tough, man. I can't lie, it is tough. So the fact that we have carbines, right? Like when the M4 started coming around, I'm imagining that there was some dude that used to have an M16 and then switched over to an M4 and then was like, oh man, this is like so much better, right? So much freaking better, right? I think we in Airsoft are a little spoiled, or maybe we just don't understand, right? But I genuinely think that if you want to get good at CQB, right, bear in mind, this is just coming from me, you need to be able to do it with pretty much any platform you're given, regardless of the length, right? Because I've seen guys run indoors as well, like at Tac City, with freaking M82s, right? With freaking Barretts, right? Bolt actions, they'll run around. And it's tuned for indoors, right? So it's a legal gun they can use. It's just not the most efficient thing in the world, but they're still able to get kills, right? I'm just saying, if you're good, you should be able to get kills with regardless of whatever it is that you're given, whatever it is that you're running. The average kid, what are the best buckings for M4A1? It depends. It's not so much on the gun itself. It's more so on, like, is it compatible? But thankfully, if you're just talking about regular AGs, ARs included, you can pretty much go with a lot of different brands. Again, I've been really, really impressed with Unicorn, but Maple Leaf has been a solid mainstay for a long time. I don't really care too much for the Prometheus buckings. I just felt like they're just kind of meh. Not that they're bad, just I didn't really feel anything towards them. There's a lot of guys that will say the G&G green buckings are like awesome, right? Which I can see it. It's a great bucking. It does work very, very well. It depends on what brand, what model, flat hop. There's a lot of different variations out there. I would say if you're just looking for like a solid replacement, just as is, just something to upgrade what you currently have, I would say go for either like a Maple Leaf or go for a Unicorn. Those are like the two brands that I would typically go with the most. Flat hop bucking with a flat hop nub combination cutter. Yes, that would be amazing. That's why I'm saying like the Unicorn one, because you swap that out for the entire barrel assembly, inner barrel assembly, and hop up for the Unicorn set, you are achieving near R-hop levels at that point without having to do like an actual R-hop patch or anything. That's impressive. We all gotta admit, that's freaking impressive, right? One time I cleared a room with a fake grenade at Airsoft, scared the crap out of the enemy players. Gun 14 slinger. Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, we did that during a MilSim West event, right? That actually exact same thing happened. This was during that whole 13-hour scenario, right? Where me and my PMC guys were like trying to protect these like VIPs in this embassy. This was like nearing the last couple of seconds of that fight, right? Where dudes who had gotten into the compound, but we had all staged upstairs now, right? We were all upstairs and just like all guns were low on ammo. We're all looking at the stairwell, right? Because we had kind of blocked it off. But they were making their way through. Slowly but surely, they were coming. So we're just like, oh shit, what do we do, right? And I was out of ammo, but I saw that there was a spent grenade, like pretty close to the hallway that had gone off a lot earlier, right? So I looked at my buddy, and because they were trying to shit talk us, right? They're like, oh, we're coming to get you, man. We're coming to get you, right? We're going to do so many things when we find you, right? So I'm like, oh, shit, what do we do? So I looked at him, and I saw the grenade, and I'm like, hey, Griff, right? His name's Griff. I grabbed the grenade, and I just tossed it to him, and he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, oh, I got a surprise for you guys. And he's like, yeah, what is it? He, like, jumps up, chucks it as hard as he can, right? And when it hits the ground, all you hear from the guys that are downstairs, grenade, book it, run, right? You just hear everyone running. And as soon as he hears that, he and I like look down. He busts out his MP7, just unloads on everyone in there. Right? It is absolutely hilarious because we didn't even say grenade. We just said we threw it down. We just had a surprise. They didn't bother to check it. Right? Now, granted, I understand if someone did that to me, yeah, I'd be running too. I wouldn't be taking that chance. If it's close enough to me, I would try to throw it back. But that's risky too. But no, that was absolutely hilarious. Just because then we would hear, you asshole, you used the fake. And we're like, yeah, we didn't say anything. We just threw it. You took it that way. It's the funniest shit ever, dude, when you're able to get them like that. It is so freaking hilarious. Let's see here. I'm thinking about buying the KLI 1911 Baba Yaga from you guys. Have you ever used the pistol? Yes, I have used the Baba Yaga, and I gotta say, it is one of the hardest fucking kicking pistols out on the market. It is an absolute joy to shoot around. The original KLI Baba Yaga is available right now. I believe it's on sale right now. KLI Baba Yaga. There we go. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that. That was a nice neck crack. That felt good. But yeah, the Baba Yaga CO2 and green gas variation are on sale right now. The CO2 one's going for $134, and the green gas one is going for $127. They're the same gun. It's before you guys are curious, they are the exact same gun. It's just a matter of what style magazine you want to go with, because it is considered a dual power pistol. It can use both green gas and CO2 magazines. It was designed to withstand a little bit better than any other pistol on the market in terms of being able to use CO2. And it was like one of the first that actually was truly designed for CO2. So I definitely think it's a revolutionary step in terms of like airsoft technology, in terms of material use and everything. Now, for prolonged periods of uses, I wouldn't recommend using CO2 for every single engagement. However, being able to use it from on occasion is really cool, right? The fact that you can use it and it won't instantaneously combust, is very nice. Right? I actually really like the Baba Yaga. However, I don't know if you guys saw, but this actually went live yesterday for pre-order. These are slated to release the first week of January, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see. This is the new KLI Baba Yaga 2, Part 2, baby, the sequel. Right, the sequel we've all been waiting for, right? So essentially, the internals are, from what I can tell, are going to be slightly updated, but it externally is going to be a more modernized version of the Baba Yaga as we know it, right? Very similar to other pistols out there where it's going to have the pre-installed compensator on there, right? And the nice RMR plate on there as well. It's going to be very sick. I'm very curious to see how this is going to hold up. But it looks cool, man. Like, it looks really, really sick. Like, I'm actually very excited for this. I can't wait to go ahead and do some test fire on it. It's going to look really, really cool, too, when we get it in person as well. All right, but let's see. But yeah, either or, if you want to get the 2, or if you just want to get it now, then yeah, absolutely I would. Especially because they are in a shocker deal. They are discounted. They're normally like $180. All right, so the fact they're on a shocker deal, yeah, I would do it, especially because the holiday season are right around the corner. Now is definitely the time to do it, especially because you're going to be getting multiple entries in the giveaway, right? You're going to be getting, what is that? You're going to be getting 10 entries into the giveaway right now. Hey, add some, like, maybe an extra magazine, right? Maybe a green gas magazine, or maybe some BBs, CO2 cartridges we sell on our website too. Just get up to 150 so that way you can get 15 entries in the giveaway. Again, might as well increase your odds, nah? Right? All right, guys, and remember, share this video around or share this live stream around with as many people as you possibly can. Let's get all eyes on this stream, why don't we, right? Let's get all eyes on this stream, right? And let everyone know that now is the best time to go ahead and place your order through Airsoft GI because you'll be able to qualify for getting multiple entries into the next shopping spree giveaway. The promo is literally highlighted in blue right above my head. Right? And that's even going to count towards the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box. Normally, it would be getting you 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway, but only for the duration of this live stream, which you have less than an hour left, right? It's 4:36. We have an hour. No, that was an hour. We have 50. Whatever. I'm not going to try to. 54. We have 54 minutes left of the live stream. Had to do quick math there. 54 minutes left of the live stream. So make sure that you guys place your orders now while you can. Just don't let the opportunity go to waste. That's the biggest thing. I don't want these opportunities to go to waste. I want you guys to be able to take advantage of them and get as many entries as possible. We want people to win. We genuinely want people to win. Not that we hate whenever it stacks, but it's always like, oh man, you could have been here. You could have had the winnings for yourself, right? The last winner just wasn't there. Dropped the ball, right? Just dropped the ball. Wasn't there to be able to claim the prize, and now it's stacked to $1,200, which you guys can get. But we want you guys to take advantage of all the promos that we have going on so that way you can get as many chances of winning as possible because we want you guys to win too. We want you guys to win as well. So take advantage while you can. See here, make sure you're missing anything. Okay, keeps going up, keeps going up, keeps going up. All right, should be caught up. Let's scroll down the most recent comments and questions. Gun 14 Slinger. So my girlfriend found out I play Airsoft and she asked me to teach her to play and take her to play sometime. My man. Made a belt for her and a leg holster and... What is that? And made her a vest. Okay, sorry. Yeah, the little heart icon that we see in our chat thing is like got in the way, so I couldn't see it. And made her a vest. Dude, that's awesome. Like, that's really cool. Okay, that's a keeper, man. That's a keeper. Treat her right, Gun 14 Slinger. Treat her right. All right, that is your queen right there. All right, so she wants to get into Airsoft. You built her a vest, a belt, a nice little... Good setup. Like, what I would say, though, just... Even though obviously, yeah, like, there is that risk where it's like, maybe the person doesn't want to like fully get in all into it. I usually would suggest is like when it comes to the kit itself, like just make sure that it's actually good stuff too when it comes to the kit. Because again, if it's like, what I imagine like the nylon drop leg holsters where they kind of rattle around a little bit sometimes for during long periods of play, that can get kind of annoying. I really try to, and this is my best piece of advice for anyone that's out there that has a significant other that's been contemplating playing or, is really excited and wants to try airsofting themselves with you, then what I would suggest is, when you get them their gear, if you do want to buy them gear, try to go for good stuff for them as well. Get them and stuff that's going to feel comfortable on them, on their bodies, right? Because, if you, at the end of the day, right, if we're trying to get them to play. We want them to get them the best experience possible, right? Because we want them to continue playing and for that to be a regular thing, a regular occurrence, a regular activity for you guys to do. So make sure that they are comfortable. Make sure that they have the gear fits them nice and well, nice and comfy and cozy. Also, like, because it's maybe just for us, right? Because we're in SoCal, or for anyone that lives in a warmer environment, make sure it's nice and cool and it's breathable. That's another thing too. If it's too hot, they're just gonna be dripping in sweat, and it's kind of hard to enjoy it at that point. Even for me, I hate the sun. I hate playing in hot weather. I'm definitely a cold boy. My body runs warm. The last thing I need is a warm environment. So being able to just be comfortable is like the biggest thing, right? If you can get that down, odds are they're going to have a fun time. Also, don't leave them. Like, I know, like, a lot of us, like, especially some of us are a little bit faster than others, like to go ahead and be a little more aggressive. Take it slow. Go with them and just, like, hey, just go at their pace. Don't make them go at your pace. Go at their pace. And if they say, hey, I want to rush this, then sure, you can push them a little bit. Be like, hey, I'm going to rush this building. I need you to watch my back and, follow me. They're like, sure, cool. But try to avoid that too much. Try to avoid that a little more, just because, again, you don't want them to feel like too overwhelmed or too intimidated or get lost, which is what happened with me, right? I didn't check as much as I should have behind my shoulder, and when my fiance went with me years ago, she got lost, like actually lost, and she accidentally started the very next round, because I was trying to look for her. The next round started, and she started on the enemy side, and I'm like 90% sure that, like, the other teams realized, and they're like, all right, like, we're just gonna let her go, just give her a head start. so just bear in mind that very well could happen. Oh, that's hilarious. So make sure I'm not missing anything. Vardan Bogdanov. Bogdanov. That's a very good question. Is the Arcturus AK-12 AEG any good? That's a very good question. Remember, guys, if you have any airsoft-related questions or just any questions you want to ask me, make sure to put the letter Q right in front of your question. Makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to see. But to answer your question, yeah, absolutely. Regardless of which version of the AK-12 you're going with, Arcturus AEGs are always going to be very, very solid. Arcturus AK-12. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't matter, like, whichever AEG you get from Arcturus. Now, I'm definitely partial towards their AKs. I think they do them very, very well. But their ARs are also solid as well. Very few times have we ever seen an airsoft manufacturer take that much time to do a solid, and I mean a near perfect shim job on their gearboxes. And it's a very good sign, a testament to their quality if Arcturus AEGs are built like that, right? It's a very good sign. We haven't had any major, like, sort of issues when it comes to Arcturus, like AEGs or any sort of electronic issues or anything. They've been really, really good about that so far. So, want to give them credit where credit is due. So any one of the AK-12s, personally, I would say if you're going to get an AK-12, you might as well get the PE models, right? Just because, again, you're going to be getting that Perrin MOSFET, 13-to-1 gear set, high torque motor. You're getting the works, man. You are getting the works. So I would say it is 100% worth it, right? I would say get the PE models just because, again, it's worth it, dude. Like, just trust me. Yeah, I would do it. 100. That's a very good holiday present to receive. Very, very good. All right, let's see here. Make sure I don't miss anything. Like I said, like I told you before, I just snatch enemy players' handguns in close quarters. Sometimes they trash talk, and I snatch their gun or redirect their aim. What the heck? That's hilarious. Okay, which... oh, God. Choked on my spit there. Alvin11. Isaias, which length inner barrel from Unicorn would you go for the QRF Mod 1? I want to extend the barrel and add a mock suppressor. For stock... Stock barrel length and mock suppressor. That's a very good question. I don't know the exact length off the top of my head, actually. I would imagine less than 263 Mark 18 lengths. Hold on, it's gonna come to me. Mod 1. Okay, let me take a look at the Mod 1 barrel again. I'm a visual guy. Mod 1. Wait for that to load. Wait for that to load. Wait for that to load. And watch it take forever. QRF. Okay. I'm pretty sure if I type in QRF, it'll show up then. Okay, there we go. QRF Mod 1. Okay. It's a very good question, actually. It's definitely, like, less than your traditional, like, SBR. I would think maybe somewhere around the, like, low 2s, high 100s, maybe. It also depends, too, on the mock suppressor. Because if that mock suppressor is, a little bit shorter, then, obviously not that short, or not that much length that you'll need additionally. But if it's, like, hella long, yeah, that's really gonna make or break it. What I would say is get your mod 1 and then the mock stress you want to get, and then measure it out. Even if it's in inches, convert that to millimeters, and then you're set, right? You're set. That's the trick too, guys. If you ever wanted to know like what length inner barrel you want to work with, if you're trying to get it as close as possible, get the length of the outer barrel you have, measure that out, even if it's in inches, and just good old friend Google can convert that for you to millimeters, and there you go, right? Just find the one that's going to be closest to you. See here, make sure to miss anything. I have a Black Rain Ordnance shorty rifle, and I need a sling for it, but it doesn't have sling points. Depending on how it's set up, you could very easily just put a sling ring on the back of it. It just typically depends. It's very easy to find ways to add slings. There's even like Picatinny segments you can get that will have like an actual like sling section for it, so you can like loop one through. There's ways to do it. There's definitely ways that you can go ahead and do it. It just depends on how you would want to, and how the rifle's set up as well. Whether it be again through a sling plate, through the buffer tube. If yours actually is using a traditional buffer tube, or if not, then I would say maybe try to find one through Picatinny that you can mount a sling through. That's what I would recommend. And we do thankfully sell them on our website. Sure, miss anything? Answer that one. Answered that one. I have one of the originals and I love it. CO2 kicks harder than any other pistol I've tried, and that includes CO2 Desert Eagle. Yeah, dude, Cutter, you know what I know exactly what you're talking about. I've used the CO2 Deagles, and those are fun. But that KLI, man, that with the CO2 magazine, that thing kicks like a fucking mule, dude. That kicks hard, absolutely freaking hard. All right, let's keep going through. Let's see, 1 second. Let's see here. I gotta make sure. All right, sweet. All right, cool. All right, what are the best? Okay, answered that one as well. Yeah, okay, should be caught up on all of those. Yeah. Honestly, like if anyone was curious about the KLI Baba Yagas, yes, 100%, I would 100% recommend them. If you were looking for something that was just gonna kick freaking hard, then yes. But again, I would say, again, I'm actually kind of excited. I'm actually genuinely excited for the Baba Yaga 2 Part 2. Come on. And there's also the extended I don't know if you guys saw that. There's an extended CO2 magazine for it as well, right? Now, granted, it's not going to be like the super long, like the, what is it? You guys remember the Alpha, the extended Territorial Innovations magazine that came with that one? That extended high cap magazine? No, it's not going to be that long. It's only going to be like a 32 rounder, but, it's still very, very cool, right? CO2 powered as well. Like, yeah, that's going to be nice. That's going to be very, very nice. All right, scroll down the most recent comments and questions. Remember, guys, share this around with as many people as you possibly can. Let them know that the promo above my head, right, it's going on right now, right? It's the best time to place your orders through Airsoft GI, whether that be online or if you're able to come in store. I would say just do it. Do it now while you can, right? Because at 5:30 when the stream ends, so is the promo, right? So, Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box version 2 would normally get you 10 entries in the giveaway, which is still a heck of a deal, right, considering all the prizes you can win. But only during this live stream will you be getting 15 entries for it, right? So take advantage now while you can. You'll be winning some amazing Airsoft prizes. Again, you're guaranteed to win something off this list specifically. If you haven't already, highly recommend you check it out, right? Highly recommend you check out the prizes on this list because they are insane in the membrane, right? But you'll also be getting, like I said, 15 chances of winning that $1,200 prize. Well, take a minute to think about what I just said. $1,200, $1,200 can all be yours, and all you got to do is place a $20 or greater order. Friggin' like, and again, we've proved it already. The winnings are real. You can ask. I believe we have. No, actually, no, we don't have the previous winner in this live stream right now. But we have had previous winners win, and a lot of them are regulars too. A lot of them are regulars because they know the winnings are real. You absolutely can win. You got to make sure that you take advantage, though. Sure, I'm missing anything. Okay, I know there's a few more. I have okay, answered that one. KUSA KR9. The choice of material is one of the best. Arcturus, yeah, no. The choice of material in terms of like the Arcturus build quality is very, very solid. It is probably one of the best that I've seen. I do wish that here's what I will say about Arcturus. I do wish, and again, that's only going to happen with time, right? I know that Arcturus is very, very, set on making like, these very modern-esque PP19s and AKs, right? But honestly, like you know me, like I feel like there are guys like me that, there's a demand for older, more retro, more vintage style like AEG platforms, even if it's just AKs, right? An old school like AKM think about it. An old school AKM from Arcturus, right? Like, even if they end up, because they're all coming, ENL, Arcturus, and Novus, the optics manufacturer, they're all coming from MOS, right? They're all under that umbrella company, right? MOS, under that distributor. So it shouldn't be that hard to get like an Arcturus, gearbox, right, with the micro switch trigger and everything. Take one from just their standard AK lineup, throw that in an ENL AKM, right, part of their essential lineup. So you get that nice steel body, but you're getting the wood furniture and you get the nice Arcturus gearboxes. Like, that's like seems like a no-brainer to me. I don't know why Arcturus hasn't really jumped on that. I think that's an instant hit, especially if they're able to make the price a little bit competitive. Maybe keep it low 300s. If they can do it under $300, that'd be even better. But I get it. Inflation, what have you. If they were at price at the low 300s, I think they would actually have a solid, bona fide winner on their hands. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the more like modern and almost even, dare I say, near future-esque designs, or are you more of a traditionalist? You like more of the classic vintage style aesthetics? What do you prefer? You guys know where I stand, but I'm actually very curious. And do you think that would make a good airsoft gift, right? What do you guys think would be the best gift for an airsofter, right? In terms of airsoft theme like presents, whether it be airsoft guns, tactical gear, anything else of that sort. What do you guys think? I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know in the live chat. If you have any airsoft related questions, or you want to ask me personal questions, you're more than welcome to. Just put the letter Q in front of your question. Makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to see. All right, let's keep scrolling through. All right, keep going through. For me personally, I think honestly, like when I'm looking back at it, I didn't really get too many airsoft presents. At least not like during the first I want to say 10 years of me playing airsoft, right? Like, did I get any airsoft presents from my parents? I know I definitely didn't get guns from them. I definitely did not get any guns from them. That's for sure. But as far as like any sort of like anything else, no, I don't think so. I think there was one. No, actually. There was one time where I really wanted to get CAD-PAD, if you guys don't know what that is, the Canadian camouflage. It's like this really green digital camo that the Canadian Armed Forces use, right? And I really wanted some. But unfortunately, it was at the time, it was near impossible to get it stateside unless you, you got to go through good old eBay, or you got to, shop international stores. And I had put this request months in advance, right? Like for my Christmas wish list, right? Because my parents wanted to know, when I was I think I was in, how old was I? I think it was 18, 19. They wanted to have me put together a wish list, so I put that on there. And my dad wanted to give it to me, and he was like, "Man, it literally arrived last night. It was literally Christmas Eve when it arrived." Right? And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, no, it literally arrived Christmas Eve. We ordered it and we were just in time to get it. And when I put the waist on, because again, they don't do normal sizing. I don't know how they measure everything there. But when I got it in, it was just a hair too small. It just would not go around my thighs. And I was so mad. I was so upset. Right? Because the shirt was fine. The shirt actually fits. The shirt is totally okay. It's just the waist. It was just not happening. I got some meaty thighs on me. And I was so sad that I couldn't wear it. But thankfully, I might be able to go out and get some source directly from Canada very soon, hopefully. And that'd actually be very cool for this gift as well. I like receiving tactical gear, or pretty much anything, really, in terms of tactical gear or airsoft guns. I think would be really cool. I think airsoft guns in general are definitely the better gift to receive. Because again, there's a lot of hype around it, you know what I mean? But again, at the end of the day, I'm very happy with whatever it is that anyone wants to get me in terms of a gift, whether it be for my birthdays, whether it be anniversaries for stuff. Which actually, I am actually going to be celebrating my 10-year anniversary very soon. I'm actually going to be celebrating my 10-year anniversary with my fiance very, very soon. We've been dating for 10 years. We literally met in junior year of high school. And we got together in the beginning of senior year, when we were 17. That's crazy. That's 10 years, man. That's insane. I in my head, because I had proposed years ago. I had proposed years ago, but I knew that she was the one for sure. But I just freaking I knew that 10 years could be feasible, but it's still crazy to think 10 years. And again, we're getting married in a year and a half, so it's only gonna be even longer that we've been together. It's gonna be insane. It's time flies, man. Time really freaking flies. Oh, just getting all the feels around. Just getting all the feels. Okay, so this comes from him. So for the Baba Yaga, does it take any pistol mags? Or yeah, it actually does. It can, well, not any pistol mag. It takes all TM spec high kappa magazines. Some of them fit better in others. The original magwell is a little bit like, I think the sizing is a little bit slightly off, but it can technically speaking still work with most magazines. Like I've tried using the what is it called, the Jag Arms magazines. Those work great. Those work absolutely fine. I haven't had any issues with those. I've even used KLI brand like Baba Yaga magazines in other guns, and they work fine. So it should work him with pretty much any high kappa specific style magazine, as long as it's like, you know, the TM base one. It's not like a, I don't know, like a G&G style high kappa, because those are not interchangeable. Those are not interchangeable. Coincidentally, just bought another one of their gearboxes. Nice, PrimeTech, nice. Again, I imagine they're just really solid gearboxes to work, because there's not really a whole lot you would have to do, I would imagine, right? Let's see here. Average kid, look on the mock and kitty saying, you had to put on the barrel. Okay, answer that one, answer that one. Okay, answer that one. Really, congrats if we happen to miss the date. No, thanks, PrimeTech. Thanks, PrimeTech. Yeah, no, freaking, like, it's going to be in, like, a year and a half is when we've decided when the wedding's going to be. It is a destination wedding, which is actually very, very cool. But it's going to be to my grandma's hometown of Guanajuato. You know, that's the state of Mexico. It's going to be very cool. It is going to be very, very cool. I'm very, very intrigued because we're going to be renting out a whole, like, villa essentially for ourselves. This whole, like, really big-ass, like, property that they have. It's like got like so many freaking rooms. We're going to be hosting the wedding, the ceremony there, and also, again, the reception is going to be there as well. It's going to be very cool. I'm very excited for that as well. All right, guys, remember, take advantage of the promo going on. We only have, oh God, what is that? 35. We have 35 minutes left of the live stream, right? Not a whole lot of time, definitely more than halfway done. So make sure that you take advantage right now of the promo above my head. Every $50 spent will get you 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway, right? So $50 order, 5 entries. Get to $100, that's 10, 150, that's 15, 200, 20, 250, 225. You guys get the idea. Make sure you take advantage right now. Normally, the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box only gets you 10 entries in the shopping spree, which, again, with that prize list that you have, the prize you could potentially win is already an amazing deal. But right now, only during the next, now 34 minutes of the stream, you're going to be getting 15 chances of winning. 15 entries into the giveaway. So don't miss out because this promo is ending very soon. It's ending very soon. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a big old thumbs up on this live stream. Share this around with as many people as you possibly can. Let's get all eyes on this last 30-ish minutes of the stream, right? And let people know to take advantage now while they can, because the winnings are good right now. $1,200. $1,200 are on the line right now that you guys can win. It's absolutely fucking crazy. And I have a question for all you guys in the chat. What are some items that you guys would like to receive in a Christmas present of some kind, or a holiday present of some sort? What would you guys like to receive as an airsofter? What do you think for an airsofter is the best Christmas gift that you could receive, right? And what do you guys plan on giving any sort of airsoft gifts for any of your family members or maybe your loved ones, right? I actually, for what year was it? Was it 2018? I believe it was 2018. No, it was 2019. 2018 going into 2019. I actually got my little brother an airsoft gun. I actually got him 2 airsoft guns, right? I got him when I first started working at GI in 2018. I got him what was it? I believe it was at the time, it was an older Lancer Tactical AK. This wasn't the officially licensed Kalashnikov USA. Those hadn't come out yet. But this was a Lancer Tactical AK. I believe it was more like an AK-103, if I'm not mistaken. I got him one of those, and he loved it, right? Because he loves a lot of like the communist block style guns. He likes the aesthetic, right? He loves the whole Slav stuff, or the Gopnik sort of like aesthetic. He really loves that. But I got him the AK, and he loved it. And then for 2019, I got him a Gen 2 Lance Tactical. I got him a Gen 2. It's supposed to be the Mark 18 Mod 0, but it was the LT. Oh god, what is that? LT04. If I'm not mistaken, I'd have to double check which variation that is. But it's the Mark 18 Mod 0, full polymer. I got him one of those, and he's been loving that one too. He'll bring that one out to N1, and he was saying that he did a private party for some of his friends, and he brought that out, and like he was just absolutely dominating. Like my brother is actually very, very cool. He's actually a very, very athletic person, way more athletic than I am. He actually is he does a lot of competitions for like soccer and stuff. I know he's like trying to do. He does a lot of club stuff. I believe right now he's really trying to get into LA Galaxy. That's like the team he really wants to play for. So he's been like consistently training since he was a kid to try to go for it. It's tough because he wants to go professional with it, but you know that's his dream. But he loves airsofting because he just loves to run around. He's a natural born speed softer, right? It's hilarious, absolutely. He says he wants to do MilSim with me. He wants to try a MilSim West event, and then he also said that he really wanted to go to BB Wars as well. But usually he works on Saturdays. I'm gonna try to convince him and my fiance to go, because she actually said she wanted to go to BB Wars too. That's actually very cool. She said she wanted to go to BB Wars. I was initially like, because you know we made all the announcements, we do all the live streams and stuff, and talking about it at home. She didn't say anything, but when it was, I think it was like 2 days before BB Wars had happened, she was saying that you know, she had actually kind of wanted to go to BB Wars, and she seemed really excited about it. And she's like, you know, I wanted to go, and I wanted to ask you if I could, but I didn't want to bother you. And I was like, why? Why didn't you let me know? I would have made it happen, right? It would have been so easy to make happen too. But she's like, no, you know, it's a little last minute, and you know, I got to plan around it. So, but I told her like, hey, you know, we're gonna be doing BB Wars in SoCal again. Would you want to come? And she was like, yeah, I'll go to the next one. I was like, yes. So hopefully I can get her. I can get my little brother, even my brother-in-law. I actually got my brother-in-law into airsoft as well. Like, he had known a little bit about it, but I was always his biggest thing when it came to, like, you know, his connection to airsoft and letting him know what, you know, it was really like. I brought him out to play with me a couple times. You know, we just went out to Wildlands, and, you know, he had an absolute blast, right? He was always saying, too, like, oh, you know, I got such a workout in, my thighs hurt, because he's always squatting and, like, you know, having to lift up. It was absolutely hilarious. He says he wants to go, especially because he's also a huge Star Wars nerd. He's a huge Star Wars nerd. So being able to convince him to go, right, with me would absolutely be a blast as well. Let's see what we got in the chat so far. What we got in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, my license has finally arrived. My driver's license, Gun 14 Slinger. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely awesome that you got your driver's license. Now you can go around wherever you'd like, right? My brother shot me in the forehead one time, point blank. Dude, what the heck? What the heck? That's so toxic, bro. That's so toxic. I don't think I've ever gone up against my little brother outside of like just regular like matches in our backyard, right? Little matches we'd have with our like pistols in the backyard. That's so mean. Why would he shoot you? I mean, if you guys are actually in game, that's fine. But if he just did it randomly, what an asshole! What a real asshole. Cutter, my AC guy came to my house, wants me to help him get into it, so I sent an Airsoft GI with Liz. Absolutely. Cutter, I think you mentioned that before, right? Was it you or someone else had mentioned as well that their AC guy was wanting to get into it as well and was really intrigued by it? That's awesome, dude. That's freaking awesome. I know a few dudes who did HVAC, right? Because one of our regulars, you know, his company, he was like, there was a few younger dudes in there as well that were like looking for a hobby, and he told them about Airsoft, and they brought him in after a job into the shop, and they were like, what is this place? What is this? All right, it's absolutely hilarious whenever new people come into the shop, right? And they're like, what? You do this? This is a thing? Super freaking funny. See, gotta agree with ASGI gift card or box full of parts to test. Okay, Prime Tech. That's interesting for you. It makes sense, right? Because you are a tech, right? So that's definitely something where it's like a nice big old box or crate of just spare parts, right? Or like a gift card. Yeah, I could see that definitely being the practical side. I could definitely be seeing that being the most practical gift for sure. Gift cards, and that's true, right? Because again, also if you guys didn't know, gift vouchers do qualify towards, you know, the shopping spree giveaway. If you order a gift voucher right now that is $20 or more, yes, you will be getting an entry into the shopping spree giveaway. However, right now, if you order a $50 gift voucher, then yeah, you will 100% be getting the 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. And if you use those vouchers for an item, let's say, you know, a mystery box or an airsoft gun of your choice, towards anything on the website, yes, if you can also use that towards that, and it'll also count as an entry towards the shopping spree giveaway. The only thing that doesn't count, you know, I hate that I have to remind everyone, but you know, I got to do it for a reason. You know, there are some people who think they're smart. Using a gift voucher to buy another gift voucher will not get you multiple entries in the shopping spree giveaway. That's not going to be a thing. It's not going to work. It doesn't count. And you're not clever. You get the idea, right? You get the idea. Let's keep scrolling up. Keep scrolling down. Let's see. Yeah, playing airs with my friend on my birthday, and yes, backyard of my brother. Okay, backyard's brother snuck up on you, wasn't playing, but he said he hey, and I turned around and, oh no, boom, in the head. Used my spring loader 1911 250. Okay, so it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, but like, that still sucks, man. Hey, I think I can get a discount for getting my license. Lol. I'm just playing. Don't get me fined. Gun 14 Slinger. Coupon code 20th 20th at checkout. You will be getting 10% off whatever it is that you order at Airsoft. Yeah, as long as it's not a mystery box or it's a shocker deal item, then you will be getting that 10% off your order. Absolutely, right? Or Gun 14 Slinger. You know, I mean, or for this goes for pretty much anyone, right? If it's, you know, I'm not, you know, shouldn't be saying this too much, but like, you know, if it's your guys' birthday, right, when you guys are making, if you guys call in, right, if you guys call in, right, to our customer service number and you place a phone order with our CS rep, Matt, right, my boy Matt, if you place an order with him and you let him know that it's your birthday, right, odds are we're going to try to do something for you. You're just saying, we're going to try to do something for you. All right. Absolutely. BB War specifically for Isaiah's Operation. What the fuck? That's actually good. Operation Hitched. What the fuck? Dude, that's good. That's good. That's real good. Actually, no, like, I definitely, like, we decided to do Mexico because obviously it's like, at the end of the day, we know that, you know, that's a country that I don't have too much of a connection to outside of, like, you know, my grandparents and, you know, my mom as well, because my mom's from there. My dad was born in the U.S., but, you know, he spends so much of his time because of his work, because of his job in Mexico and a lot of parts of Latin America. Right? He spends a lot of time there. But I haven't spent too much time there myself. But I've always wanted to get a little bit closer, you know, to the culture as well, which is why I've been taking up a lot of, like just trying to cook up as much, like, authentic, like, recipes as possible, learning from my grandma, learning from my mom, learning a little bit from my dad as well, because my dad was the one that taught me how to cook overall. But, you know, we wanted to do something, you know, get in touch with our roots and everything, what have you. So we're like, yeah, let's go there. And my grandma's not going to be around forever, right? My grandma's not going to be around forever. She is getting older, and it's an unfortunate reality of life that we all have to accept our own mortality, you know, I mean, our own mortality, where we have to get over the fact that we are mortals, right? We are going to die at some point or another. So I want to make the best of it and build the memories that are there and have something special and meaningful. So having it set place in, you know, the town where both my mom and my grandma were born, and for my grandma was raised and spent, you know, her early life at, for her to have a homecoming back to her home state in Mexico is like, dude, like that's, and seeing her grandkid getting married, right, to the girl that, like, I've been literally, that she's met when we were still in high school, like, yeah, that's got to be like a pretty cool memory for her to have, and I hope that, you know, if all things go according to plan, she'll be able to make it out, and it'll be an absolute awesome memory, like one of the best memories of my life. So, but a BB Wars, honestly, now you got me thinking prime time. I really want to do a BB Wars. Can you imagine a BB Wars in Mexico? Oh, I remember what year was it? 2018, I believe, or might have been 2019. But when they did a MilSim West event in Guadalajara, Mexico, that looked so cool. I told Jazz about it because I'm like finding old footage about it, and she's like, you know what? If there's a MilSim West event, these are her words. Like, if there's a MilSim West event at in Mexico, you should just go. We should both go together. I was like, really? You'll play? And she's like, no. But I was like, okay. She wants to go just because, again, she wants to take a vacation there again. But she wants to go and just hang out. She's like, yeah, as soon as you're done playing Airsoft, just come back, you know, and like hang out with us, and then we'll just spend, you know, a little vacation in Mexico. I'm like, that sounds like an absolute play. Like, that sounds awesome, right? You get to do a big ass Airsoft event, and then immediately after, you get to go on vacation. You get to hang out, maybe go to the beach or something if you're going to like more the coastal part. You know, eat some good food, right? Party. That sounds awesome. That sounds like an absolute blast. I genuinely cannot wait, actually, for the next BB Wars. The next BB Wars is going to be absolutely lit. Hopefully, you know, we can get more of you guys coming too. The last one was actually really, really solid. You know, we had a good amount of players, 120-ish, 130 maybe players that showed up. It was awesome, right? I absolutely loved that. And it made the maps feel that much bigger too, because they opened up a big like sections of the map too for us. It was very, very fun. But hopefully we can get more people showing up for the next one as well. I don't know if the next one would be. I know initially we had plans potentially of doing another SC Village hosted one early in the year, potentially February. Well, again, there's nothing set in stone about it. In fact, I would predict, if I had to make a prediction about it, that it's probably going to happen later on. But another event at what is it? Okay, what's the name of the field? U.S. Airsoft Field, U.S. Airsoft World. That is going to happen, right? Because, Frank from U.S. Airsoft World was very, very cool. He was very accepting towards us. And he said, like, open invitation. You guys are more than welcome. We would love to have you guys host another BB Wars event here. That is going to be awesome. Just next time, no fake K-barbecue. Maybe next time we'll just all go to, like, a freaking Denny's or something again. That's got to be the spot, right? Or maybe we'll just go to, like, a burger joint or something. Like, can you imagine just everyone just hanging out at McDonald's after BB Wars? Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, right? That'd be the best day that McDonald's had ever seen. Scroll on the most recent comments and questions. BB Wars East, please. Cutter, yes, I know, man. I would, again, if it were just up to us, we would want, again, for everyone out there in the chat right now, yes, if it were just up to us, BB Wars East would have happened a long time ago. Trust me, it would have happened a long time ago. But unfortunately, again, just the fields that we've reached out to just haven't really wanted to communicate with us. We haven't really been able to find a location that wants to work with us, but that also can accommodate the predicted size, the predicted turnout that we would have. There was that one field that was suggested to me last week. Was it last week? Yes, there was that one field that was suggested to me last week, and I brought that up. I'm going to follow up on that and see if that one, if we were able to get anything back from it. If not, we'll go ahead and reach out again. But yeah, whenever we host these BB Wars, remember, it is a collaborative effort between usually three parties. The hosts, the actual field, and the sponsors, right? Those are the three parties that usually need to get together and come to a agreement, a consensus of like, okay, this is going to be mutually beneficial for all parties at hand. Here's when we need to do it, right? And then scheduling it out, right? That's got to be the hardest part about doing any sort of airsoft event. It's just the scheduling, and then making sure that everyone benefits from it as well, right? Because I won't say names, but we've reached out to other fields. And they some of the fields didn't want to really have it be mutually beneficial. They wanted it to be like basically most of the benefit went to them, right? They were the ones mostly benefiting from the event, and we don't want to do that. It doesn't make sense for the sponsors, doesn't make sense for us, right? So again, it's got to be mutually beneficial for all three. So hopefully, again, we are doing our damnedest to make sure that a BB Wars East can happen in 2024. We know that it sucks that we had to push to 2024, but unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. Like, no one wanted to like reach out to us. No one communicated to us in time. And again, like some of the fields that we reached out to, just didn't really seem like they wanted to be mutually beneficial. Unfortunately, I know, just nagging. No, dude, you're chilling. You are chilling. What the fuck, Primetech Customs? I have a couple coworkers that want to play, so need to take them to a field. They wanted to plan a day for the sunrise shift employees to play. Oh, okay, all right. No, that'd be cool when you can get your coworkers into it, because then you'll start getting a bunch of in-jokes, and you'll start feeling like, it's this sort of camaraderie that you feel with your coworkers already because you're coworkers, but now you also have Airsoft too. Like, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Maybe next year I'll order a Samurai Edge M9 on my birthday if you have one. We do carry, actually, the WeTech Samurai Edge M9s on our website, actually. We actually do carry those. We do indeed carry those. We all show up in full loadouts and play Clear the Room at reception. Oh, no. No. Oh, that honestly, if someone did that, I think my girlfriend would actually cry. I think she would genuinely cry. And be like, well, you ruined it, right? Thankfully, I'm keeping the actual like address. I'm keeping that private. That is like, you best believe I'll be showing that like on our social media. Like, I'll be sharing pictures and videos of it, just because again, it's like, why not? You guys are basically, like, a lot of the members, like all the hardcore members of the Mayo Gang, you guys are basically family at this point, right? I've invited a lot of you to my freaking house, right? But yeah, I'll definitely be sharing like pictures that way you guys can see as well. It's gonna be freaking sick. But oh man, hell no. Do you guys have any M-Lock rail covers? Because it comes from him. Yes, we do actually. Type in M-Lock cover, right? And several models actually. We've actually added some to the new products page on our website. Yeah, we got some new ones on here on the site as well. Some M-Lock Civic ones from Atlas Custom Works. These are solid. Definitely recommend checking those out. And they're cheap too. They're usually like, what, $8? Yeah, $8. That's really affordable. Really affordable. Let's see here. Do you guys have Stars Samurai Edge? Might try and buy one on my birthday next. Yeah, Gun 14 Slinger. Samurai Edge. Samurai Edge. Type that in. Yeah, we got the TM1 is sold out. However, we do have, or actually no, the other TM1 is available right now. We have the TM available as well as the WeTech version. Honestly, is the TM1 cool? Yeah, it's cool because it's TM, but at the end of the day, I have the WeTech one and it works just fine. Honestly, I like the WeTech one. It's more affordable. Yeah, there's a couple different variations of it as well, so check them out. I believe, yeah, a lot of these are going to be on sale too. That's pretty freaking sweet. Pretty freaking sweet, Lawish. Pretty freaking sweet. Answer that one. TikTok Reels will have post titled Mickey D's raided by military after the event. What the fuck? Dude, hell yeah, dude. Mickey D's raided by military, raiding the local Mickey D's. Absolute hilarious. Honestly, it'd be cool if we had like Rust 4 loadouts being like Russians invaded the Mickey D's or some shit like that. Modern Warfare 2 campaign in real life. Do you guys remember that? Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare 2? Ramirez, get to the Burger Town. That was one of my favorite like sections. Modern Warfare 2, specifically the Ranger missions in the campaign, were my favorite. Those were so fun, right? That is an absolute dream scenario, right? Members of the U.S. military having to defend against a massive invasion of Russian or some other foreign military, like on U.S. soil. That's an awesome event. That's an awesome sort of like a scenario to do, especially for Airsoft. That's really cool. That's really freaking cool. Actually, that's what I would love to see for like a MilSim event, right? I would love to see a sort of like kind of like what MilSim West does for like their insurgency style loadouts, where there's 3 factions. You know, you have NATO, Rust 4, and then you have a civilian population, right, caught in the middle, and that can have alliances with either side. What I would want to see, more than anything, what I would want to see is hear me out. Let me cook. I would love to see sort of a Red Dawn scenario. If you guys have seen the movie Red Dawn, you guys know what I'm talking about. I want to see like get a good like there's a military presence and then there's civilians. Those are the only 2 factions, right? And the military presence has to be Rust 4 specifically. Rust 4 would be like the go-to like if you wanted to go as a military faction, that's it, right? And then if you go as a civilian, there are going to be like sort of like again like the movie Red Dawn, right, where you would have like civilian population using surplus equipment only. Right, just whatever you got lying around, and then have like sort of the event organized, like the leadership, maybe people of leadership in the like sort of like militia civilian faction, sort of show up as like U.S. military personnel, right? That they're sort of leading these civilians in this conflict, right? That would absolutely be amazing to see. I would love it if we could do an event like that, right? The main thing is, like, for military factions, you have to show up in, like, obviously, I'd want to make it, you know, you got to do the immersion, right? You got to do the immersion, either Rust 4 camo or just solid black. No multicam black, it's got to be solid black. And then for civilians, it has to be civilian clothes only. So very similar to how we set up BB Wars, but a little bit stricter for the Empire, or in this case now would be, like, the Rust 4, the occupying force, right? The occupying force. That would be amazing to see, right? Oh, that's my dream scenario to be hosted lately. And then again, because you gotta hit them with the, you know, you kill a few Russian dudes, right? You grab your AK, lift it up, and this guy, Wolverines. Right? That's the dream. That's the dream that I have for a MilSim event as well. Like I would love it if we could do something like that. That would be awesome. But only in my dreams, apparently. Only in my dreams. Bucks Fishing. I just bought a Sand Viper, and when I take the orange tip off and slide it back, the barrel wiggles a lot. Can you tell me why? If it's just the orange tip, the barrel's wiggling a lot. How much did you actually take? If it's just the orange tip off itself, that usually might be like just kind of keeping it in place a little bit. Bear in mind, the barrel will move a little bit in place. It depends on, like, again, it could just be that a set screw is like not like all the way tightened down, potentially. That could be it. Again, without seeing it, it's really hard to tell, like, honestly. What I would say is, again, DM us with pictures, and then, or maybe even a video, just so we can actually see it. Because, again, it might actually not be wiggling that much at all. It might just be the normal amount of wiggle. There is a little bit of play. In the barrel. However, if it's only happening once you remove the orange tip, something might be going on there. But, again, I would need to see a little bit further. So it looks like Redfield, so I'll go with that one. That's what I'm saying, man, dude. Like everyone, okay, Gun 40 Slinger. Everyone, you ever notice that like a lot of the like Resident Evil fandom is like freaking simps for Leon? Here's the thing, Leon's a cool character. Don't get me wrong, but he's overplayed as fuck, man. He's overhyped. Like he gets so much. I'm all about that Chris Redfield, my guy. I will give me the swole man, Chris Redfield, Mr. Punching Boulders. I'll take Chris Redfield any day over Leon Kennedy. I genuinely believe that if you were to put the two in like face to face, right, like head on, like, you know, cage match style, right? Don't even give him guns. Just do hand to hand combat. No knives, Leon. I know Leon loves his blades. Just have them fist fight each other. I feel like Chris would actually take the upper hand in this scenario, right? He's gone up against faster opponents, more agile opponents, and he still comes out on top, right? I'm just saying, right? Chris is the man. Chris is the man. Ramirez, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like that got old real quick, right? It's like, Ramirez, get to the Burger Town. Ramirez, reload. Ramirez, get off there. Get off that building. Like, just shut up and let me play the game, man. I know what I'm doing. I can take on the whole Russian army myself. Totally joking. Do not show up to. No, that exactly, Cutter. Exactly. Thank you. I appreciate that. That is exactly why I am keeping the address private, very private. I'm not letting any of y'all know exactly what's happening. Gun 40 got any CO2 models, or are they all green gas? I think for the Samurai Edges, they're all going to be green gas. Now, I do know, yeah, it should be WeTech that does make a CO2 magazine for it. Don't do it. Don't do it. For God's sakes, don't do it. Don't do it. Please no. Please no. Even with upgrades to it, don't do it. Don't do it. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. The CO2 will destroy the internals, whether you're using the TM or you're using the WeTech. If you find the CO2 M9 magazines, don't run it. It's not worth it, bro. I would never recommend that in a million years. Not unless a brand new pistol came out that was specifically designed for CO2 mags. I would not recommend it. It's just not worth it. And that pretty much goes for any platform. I know there's a few people that have asked me before in store whether or not they should buy the CO2 magazines. And I typically say no, just because, again, like if a gun is made for one specific propellant, I usually advise to stay within that limit, because it's not designed for CO2. At the end of the day, it was designed for green gas. Using CO2 is gonna kick so much harder, put so much pressure on the internals. I just don't think it's ever worth it, really, at the end of the day. Scroll on most recent comments. CO2 is dry, that's why. It's not only just the fact that it's dry, right? Like, that's definitely it's the fact that it's just so much freaking stronger, right? It's just so much freaking stronger, right, than green gas, right? Green gas obviously is just propane mixed in. It's just propane mixed in with a ton of silicone oil, realistically, right? There's videos actually blowing up from using a CO2. Oh, Cut, I think I know what you're talking about. Yes, Cutter, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The M9 that just just blows up, right, from using a CO2 magazine. It was back right off the gun. It's just like the entire back head shoots out. Like, it's not good. It is not good. Made my airsoft belt like Leon's. Hey, Leon's my favorite. Oh man, why? Like, Leon's cool, but again, I'm just saying, he gets overhyped, man. He gets overhyped. That man also, like, you ever notice too? You guys ever watch the animated Resident Evil movies? There's someone made a compilation online where all Leon really talks about at the end of the day is just going on vacation. That's literally all he wants to do. It's like, oh, I need to take a vacation. Oh, I can't take my vacation now. Oh, I need to go on another vacation. I need a vacation after this again. And it's like, he needs his vacation. I think I saw it when I was 14. Yep, it's a super old video. It's a super old ass video. That's like super old. Like when we're barely getting into airsoft, right? CO2's dry. That why? Thanks, Leon's fair. Sounds like the barrel decided to loosen up. Sorry, I had to keep. Sorry, I had to hope your gun's fine. Oh, sorry, I had to hope your gun's fine. Yeah, no, it does sound like just something got loose. Like maybe one of the set screws is just backed out. It literally could be set back in place, and it should be fine. But again, I would like to look at it just before I give any solid advice. Again, just DM us, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, with pictures or even videos of the wiggle, and then we can diagnose it for you and let you know what might be going on. Because that actually sounds familiar. I think that happened with someone in store with their pit viper. I think that was the same thing happened, that the barrel was a little bit loose, and I believe all we did literally was just tighten down one set screw, and like that was it. That's literally all we had to do, and it was done. It was fixed. So that most likely is the reason why. But again, I just want to make sure that we're giving the right advice here. I don't want to, don't quote me, you know? All right, keep going through. Remember, guys, we are down to the last 7 minutes of the live stream. The last 7 minutes of the live stream. That means the promo above my head is going to be going away. So make sure that you take advantage of the promotion before it ends up ending, right? Remember, every $50 you spend gets you 5 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. The examples are right there, right? $100 you get you 10, $50 it only gets you 5, 150, 15. It's all going to be down to multiples of 50. You're getting 5 per 50, right? So don't miss out whether you're buying an airsoft gun, whether you're buying batteries, chargers, green gas, consumables, whatever it is that you might need for your next airsoft adventure. Make sure that you get everything you need through Airsoft GI, because again, we're the only airsoft retailer that's also doing this. We are literally the only airsoft retailers that are doing this, so take advantage now while you can. Remember, the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box version 2, part 2, the sequel is here, so make sure you take advantage now while you can. $154.99, and the prize list is insane, right? The prize list is absolutely insane. MTW for the grand prize, right? We also got the SP1 carbine, got an MCX, got an F90, we got Elite Force MP5, right? We got so much good stuff. We also got the 416 competition models. We have the MP5K, some E&L, some Zion arms. Again, all this good stuff, literally for just $155, and only for the stream are you getting 15. Normally, it would get you 10 entries, which again is still a fantastic deal, but only during this live stream will you be getting 15 chances of winning the $1,200. It's $1,200, $1,200 prize pot. So don't miss out. You don't want to miss it. Trust me, you do not want to miss this opportunity, right? And again, guys, there are still plenty of guns that are on sale right now. Literally, all you got to do is hit the sales page on our website, wait for that to load, let it take forever because, again, internet is slow. And we continue waiting for that. And we continue waiting. And we continue waiting. And we continue waiting. And we continue waiting. And then we continue waiting, and then we keep waiting, and then we keep waiting. Then we start getting a little impatient. Then we start getting a little frustrated. Then we start getting annoyed, and then now we just wait. And then we wait. Why is it taking forever? Maybe if we close up one of these tabs, right? It'll go a little faster. Maybe. Internet's just so freaking slow. Okay, there we go. It's finally took its sweet time. But we have a ton of guns that are on a shocker deal right now. These are the best deals that you can get on the airsoft market, hands down. Like period. Like no other deals are gonna beat this. So take advantage now while you can. Honestly, I was asking you guys, what do you think the best airsoft gift you could receive as an airsofter would be, right? Now, for me, I'm gonna be real. I've mentioned a lot of stuff, but I'm still on airsoft guns. But for me personally, it's gonna come down to this. This is ultimately the gun that I would want to receive, other than the MGC4. This is the gun that I would want. The M133 Mini Vulcan. This microgun, the AG version, is like, this is literally what I wanted. Right, when the original M132 microgun was released, it was HPA, or you can use neutral gas, and I was just like, it's cool, it's awesome, right? It's definitely a much lighter, more compact variation of the original, minigun. But having it HPA was like, man, I still gotta pay more. I gotta get the reg, gotta get the tank and everything, and the line. It's like, oh, come on, why can't it just be an AEG? And then boom, they come out with the AEG version, right? When this came out, I was ecstatic, and this is definitely like my dream gun that I want. This is a gun that I genuinely want. This, and I would have to say the Tokyo Marui Next Generation Recoil Shock LMG, the one that I did a full review. If you haven't checked out that review, look back on our video history. I hosted that video. I'm very proud of that video. Make sure to go and check it out. Leave a thumbs up on it. Really helps us out. But yeah, this is a gun that I really, really, really want. It just fits me, man. Like, it looks good on me. I mean, it looks good on anyone, I'll be honest. But especially me, this fits my playstyle very well. I love the fact that there's actual 2 speeds on this thing. I don't know if you guys know about this. There's 2 speeds on this, right? There's regular, and then there's, like, high speed, right? This sounds like a DSG, right? It sounds like a DSG. It's absolutely insane how fast this gun shoots, right? And it's super simple. Literally load up the front here. You notice this little screw. You unscrew that, pour your BBs in, put the cap back on, plug in your batteries right onto, is it going to show the side? That's on the other side. It actually lights up too to let you know your batteries. It actually requires 2 LiPo batteries. It requires 2 LiPo batteries in order for it to function. I believe one is for the feeding mechanism, and then the other is to actually spin the barrels around. But it's cool, man. Like it's an awesome airsoft gun. I would definitely want this. This would be like the gun that I would bring out to every single like just regular skirmish game, just because I could. BB Wars especially. Actually, I might even hold off on using it for regular walk-ons. I might only bring this out for BB Wars. That'd be sick, right? Can you imagine me walking around with this? And this is light too. So I'm literally a very mobile, very small, agile juggernaut at the end of the day, right? Because I got the firepower. I am a force multiplier by like 10 at that point, right? I would absolutely love this. I would say though, for anyone that, you know, has the means and does want to get this for themselves, just maybe keep it in normal speed. If you are expecting to get pretty close up and personal with your opponents, I would say keep it at normal speed, maybe, just because, again, like the high speed is cool, but at the end of the day, no one really needs to have that many BBs, you know, flung at them, or being shot with that many BBs. It definitely sucks. You know, it definitely sucks when you're hit with that many times. You know, obviously my solution is just get good, right? Just don't get hit. Pretty straightforward, but again, especially if it's a younger player, you know, they might not have that option immediately. So I would say just take it easy, just show some mercy, if you will. You know, show a bit of restraint. Let's see here. The dude's nemesis one. Why do airsoft stores and fields charge more for guns and gear than places like... Well, because Amazon actually changes the prices altogether, right? Amazon changes the price altogether. Amazon's actually really bad for a lot of small businesses. Remember, we're not even though like we are one of the largest like airsoft retailers in the world as far as like our name, like we're actually a very small company, right? In general, we actually are a very small company. We've been around for 20 years, about to be even more. But, you know, like we have to go ahead and be able to go ahead and have set our prices in order to essentially pay for everyone at the end of the day, right? And be able to continue doing the things that we do. Amazon, they're just a big old mega corporation. They're like the Walmart, man. Walmart is just terrible for small businesses. Mercy is for the weak. Jesus, that's hilarious. That needs to be fortunate. Actually, we did have a custom. Actually, our old head tech Taylor actually did put together a custom. I think he shortened the barrels. It was called it was called the motion of the ocean. You know, because it's not about the size, it's how you use it. But he put trace units on there. I think he put brighter CSs, if I'm not mistaken on this. It was hilarious. It was awesome too. It was freaking sick. Instead of seeing 2005 alone in the dark, kind of want to get a trace unit for my rifle. Use a cheap one. Backyard electric rifle crossman. Oh yes, I remember the old school trace units. Those were a vibe for sure. Call sign Turtle, what's going on, man? Better late than never, I suppose. And it's 5:30. It's 5:30. It is 5:30, guys. That is the end of the Storefront live stream. That is going to be it. This promo right now is now over. That is it. Hopefully, you guys were smart and you took advantage of the promotions that we had going on, because this is now over, right? I want to give a big shout out to everyone that placed their order. You guys will be receiving your multiple entries into the shopping spree giveaway so long as you follow the promotion above my head, you follow the instructions. Also, a big shout out to everyone that asked questions or was commenting in the live chat. You guys, it's always very fun to hang out with you guys and always fun talking with the rest of the Mayo Gang. And again, shout out to everyone that just watched. It means the world to me that you chose to spend your free time hanging out with myself and the rest of the Mayo Gang. Remember, if you still want to get multiple entries in the shopping spree giveaway, you still can. You can place your orders for the silver 20th anniversary mystery box version 2, $154, right? That price ain't going away. That is going to be getting you 10 entries into the giveaway, and you're getting a chance at winning one of these amazing prizes off this list. You're guaranteed to win something off this list. You're not going to be getting something that isn't. It's going to be an absolute blast when you get it, and it's a come up, right? Because even the lowest costing prize is $175, right? So it's the $20 difference in increase that you guys will be seeing when you purchase this box. There are plenty of guns that are on a shocker deal as well, and we have some new products that are coming to the site as well, right? Just go ahead and hit the new products page on our website. We got some new airsoft guns, some new accessories, some new parts, new guns that are on a pre-order. If you guys haven't already, make sure to pre-order your MGC4. We have the pre-orders set to come in this coming Friday, actually. So again, very, very soon. Don't miss out. Again, guys, big shout out to everyone that chose to spend their free time hanging out with me and hanging out with the rest of the Mayo Gang during this live stream. I had an absolute blast.